Are we live? We are live. I had some like music I was gonna play. I'm a big hip hop fan, rap fan. There's a couple songs I could have chose a Nas song. There's a couple good Jay-Z's. There's some good music that could have prompted, led into this live. But I said that'll be really cringy. We've been cringy enough this week, having to do things that we shouldn't have to do on the internet. But happy you guys are here. I've never had 90 people waiting before a live show. That tells me two things. It tells me you guys like fireworks. You got your popcorn, your broccoli, and your watermelon out, and you got your drinks in your hand or whatever. That actually makes me feel a little ill to my stomach, if I'm being honest, because we should be coming together for positive things. This thing will be positive at the end. That's my intention. Like I said in the video the other day, when I wake up tomorrow morning, this is behind me. I invited, I think, 6 people. I have some receipts here I'll share with you guys, some videos, possible eyewitness statements. I don't plan on mentioning names, but I feel very strong. I know probably all 3 of the people that would be credible witnesses might come up tonight. I'll give you that option if you're here now to back up some of the timestamps and the dates that I'm going to share with you guys today. For those of you that are just entering in, and there are a few that have no fucking idea what we're talking about, over the last couple of weeks, actually a little longer than that, but in the last couple of weeks, really gained a lot of momentum. A lot of people have made numerous different people. Some people I never heard of in my life. Some new people coming out of the woodworks just in the last couple of days started adding me and sharing things with me. Not all good, not all bad, just weird stuff happening. My name, along with other content creators and drivers, because we're all drivers, name's been dragged through the mud. Slander, defamation of character, misinformation, bad information, and it's being presented to the community. Not a very big community, because most of these people have like 1 people or maybe 30 people watching them. And if they go live, maybe they get a couple hundred views. So that's great, but not very significant. But when you have so much bad information that I believe is either being presented to you by somebody that's not mentally stable or is, but just wants attention, we're going to clear that tonight. These are the people that I invited on the show to bring their proof, their facts, and or ask questions. Let's see. Jeffrey Thomas Black, Torp, Thomas Schubeck-Industries, DoorDash Sucks, which he was on the channel before, because on this channel, we invite everybody. Everybody's welcome. Difference of opinions. He's been on this show months ago, along with other people, because I like to hear, I like to learn and grow, but that's a whole nother video. Uber Jeep, Jeff from Uber Jeep AZ had a lot to say. I invited him. Dennis from Rideshare Hustler had a lot to say. I invited him. Let's see who shows up tonight. I'm going to be sharing the StreamYard link very, very, very soon. So where to even start and begin? I don't know. I wrote some things down because I want to reference actual dates of videos that I made, dates of text messages and conversations I've had with individuals that might be eyewitnesses tonight. Okay. So I have all those dates written down. I had to write that down. I came prepared, because when you come after an individual, and I understand I'm one of many really proud and good content creators that make a lot of content that share an experience. And a lot of people want to throw shots at the big dogs. And a lot of you won't like that I say that. I'm a big dog. I don't give a fuck how it makes you feel. It's the goddamn truth. Okay. It is what it is. All right. And it doesn't mean that I don't have a lot of subscribers in the grand scheme of things, but in the content creation, Pedro DoorDash Santiago pushes the needle like nobody else. That's just a fact. I'm partly to blame for that because I put myself in a lot of groups. I like to collaborate. I like to know what's going on. I do engage. I don't care if you have 1 subscriber or 1 million. If you say something wrong, I'll question you on it. If you should get props, I'll shout you out. I've been very consistent with that. So when people come at me and try to, what I feel, I could take a lot. You can call me whatever you want, clown. You can say my hair's whatever, my teeth are messed up. You could say, oh, you're a clown. You don't make no money, blah, blah, blah. None of those things bother me. What bothers me is when I feel attacked to where you're trying to take food off my table and my 2 beautiful women my girl and my daughter that live above me. I will protect them at all costs. I will protect myself, my brand, my partnership deals with companies. And I will stand up from the lunch table and say, that table of clowns over there, all right, it's time for me to speak on that. So let's all join the same lunch table. Let's open the books up and let's learn. I have my book. I have my receipts. Do you have yours? I'm going to pin the link to the StreamYard right now. So that is the link. The jaded driver. I'll get to you in one moment, but I'm going to do it respectfully because I don't want to lump you in with the other people because your thing is different. Oh man, the chat. Slow down the chat. I got to pin this, guys. Hold on for a second. Pin message. The StreamYard link is live and open for you gentlemen that I invited tonight. This stream will not be an argument. I will mute people if I need to. I'm not going to overtalk individuals. I will let people speak. This isn't a Royal Rumble. This isn't a fight. This is about facts and proof. I will not stand for slander and defamation. I will not. I can stand for name calling. All that stuff is, but at some point I got to say enough is enough. It's getting a little ridiculous. But I also want to say, I want to preface this before I get to, his name is Troy, the jaded driver. I'm going to answer his question in a minute. I understand why some people might say, well, Pedro, you're flip-flopping. I call it adapting. I've been doing it for a while, and I have the receipts to prove that. But I understand why some, if they came in and didn't watch a lot of content, might feel a certain type of way. I also want to say this as a disclaimer. I have no affiliation with DoorDash beyond that I have the app to make money. I've never had a communication with DoorDash. They don't pay me. I'm not in the content creator program. I want to get that out of the way right now. Some people still believe that. I have never. And if I got an email from DoorDash right now, I'd make a video about it tomorrow. I've been very clear on that. I need you guys to hit the thumbs up because I want every motherfucker to see this. And the people that I invited, I want them to show up. I invited those individuals for a reason. Each of them purposely can offer different value to this conversation, different questions, and a different perspective. I don't think all of them are clowns that I invited, but they all had something to say. So why not give you the biggest platform in the gig community on Sunday night to do it? Because if you got something to say, why not say it to more people? I mean, come on, we all have channels for a reason. So Troy, the jaded driver, mentioned something about my earnings. I want you guys to open up your DoorDash earnings tab. I want you to tell me what you see. Do you see, because he seems to think that I don't dash, that I'm lying when I'm dashing. I only do 1 or 2 dashes a week. So let me go into my Dasher account because I don't want no bullshit. None. So go tap into your earnings. I want you guys to do this with me now. And a few of you guys tell me what you see in the chat so we can help Troy out. So what I see is this. You guys see that? Oh, shit. Okay, you can see some weeks. You see the 1 week I was in Denver. I did one. I think I made $27 when I was in Denver. And you see how there's nothing in April and May and June. But when you go back and click, the only earnings that will pop up are going to be earnings that are made from store closures and things like that, where they pay you the half pay. That's why the graphs go away. A lot of you guys should see that similar. So anybody that's calling me out saying I don't do gig work and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay. So if you go to deposits and transfers, okay. So let's just go back to April. See where it said I had no money in April on the graph, right? Well, April 5th, I made $952. Do you see that? The week before, $1,058. It'll vary. Do you guys see that? Okay. Did anybody clip that? So Troy, the jaded driver, please don't make videos saying that I am only doing 1 dash a week just to make content and I'm lying to my community, because that's not the truth. The Dash app the earnings graphs doesn't go back that far. And I'm pretty certain people in the chat have probably seen something similar. Let me read the chat and see if I'm accurate or not. I need to see this. Is there a way to slow down the chat? No. Let me see. Did I answer the question? Let me see. I want to make sure that he got his answer. Jeff, you bashed this dude. Come on now. Yep, you should. Let's see. Jeff can't come up. Oh, Jeff is here. So Jeff should come up. Hold on. I see people in the background, but I haven't looked yet. Jeff, you should come up. This isn't going to be a yelling match. I want your proof because I'm going to provide mine in a moment. You can ask questions first if you want. Dad Dash, I can attest this is 100% correct. Thank you, Dad Dash. I think Dad Dash is a pretty credible person. The Jaded Driver says WTF. What are you saying, man? Anyways, I showed you. You guys could slow down the live and make a video later and screenshot my phone that I showed you. I have nothing else to talk about that. So if you think I'm only doing 1 or 2 dashes to me, it's ridiculous and preposterous thing to say. Okay. The Dash app doesn't show you all your earnings all the way back, but you can go and see your earnings if you go to deposit. I'm not talking about that anymore. Jeff Thomas Black is here. I also want to say, moderators, don't block anybody. I have unblocked everybody from my channel with the exception of one person. The person, I'm going to be very transparent. Peter Gozinia, still blocked on the channel. Everybody else is unblocked. Everybody. All opinions and questions are welcomed. We want transparency. Can't be a hypocrite and not give it to you guys. I don't want to block people just because they have a different opinion. So moderators, don't hide or time out people just because they say something silly or they're uninformed. At the end of this, I hope to inform individuals and we all leave feeling a little bit better. Some of you guys won't. That's okay. You're entitled to your opinion. But at least I want you to have the facts with eyewitness credible statements first before you continue on the ignorant videos that you guys are making. And I think that's more than fair. Who do we have waiting? Let's see if any of our special guests are waiting in the background. I see Thomas there. Okay, I'm going to bring you up. I do see Torp. I'm going to bring you up. If you're in the background and you're not an invited guest yet, you cannot come up. So please exit yourself, but you may come up later. So I'm looking for Jeff Thomas Black, Torp, which I see, Thomas Schubeck-Industries, Uber Jeep AZ, Dennis Rideshare Hustler, Brian DoorDash Sucks. If you're not one of those individuals, please back out so they can come in and you can come in later on in the show if that time pertains. I believe Hannibal is going to come up. I believe UDM said he wants to come up. I'm going to let those gentlemen come up as well. And some other people if there are questions. So I don't know who Dryce is. So that person, Anthony Rogers, I don't know who you are. The Rideshare Hustler, I see you. The Jaded Driver, I see you. So the Jaded Driver, you're not part of the glitch conversation. So what else can I help you with? If you want to ask that, if you want to answer that question in the chat, we can do that first. We can just wait another minute. Go ahead. So what else can I help you? What question do you have that I did not just answer for you? What up, Nugs? So Jaded Driver, what else wasn't clear about what I just explained on my phone or anybody in the chat? Okay, I'm waiting to see the comment back. None of IY? I don't know what that means. None of it. None of it. None of it made sense. Okay, listen, I don't know what else to say. Okay, let me show you one more time. You guys see that? Can you see the phone? You're questioning that there's no bars in April, correct? And the only thing that's there is $1.38. Can you guys screenshot that? That's because I got half pay for that order. The only orders that show up on the earnings graphs are half pay orders or if the store's closed. If I go to my deposits and transfers and go all the way to August, I'll just show you April because nothing showed up for April. Look at the earnings, 952, 800 and something. That shows you that I actually worked it. Just because it doesn't show up on the graph or there's a low amount, the low amount, like the 168, no DoorDash order would ever be 168 unless it was half pay. So the only thing that's showing up on the graphs that you're referencing in your content is the half pays. Everything else is gone. Many other people can attest to this in the chat. Maybe you use an Android, I have an iPhone. Maybe you have a different beta version of the app. This is what mine shows me. So the week of March 29th, $1,000.58. So you're telling me the graph shows you nothing. So you're telling me I didn't make any money that week, that I'm lying to my community. I don't know what else to say. I'm going to move on from you because it's insignificant at this point. Nothing else to prove there. Okay. Appreciate the videos. Appreciate you thinking about me so much. Let's get the show started. I'm not waiting anymore. All right. So we have Glitch Dash, as they call him. Let's bring him up first. Thomas, can
Hello,
you hear me?
can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Fantastic.
Hello, Darth BetonYou.
Yep. Let's bring up Torp. Torp, can you hear us, sir?
Yes, sir.
Sounds good. Let's bring up the rideshare hustler. Dennis, are you there? Can you hear us?
Yep, we're here.
Appreciate it. So these are the only three gentlemen, and I want to give them a lot of respect right now for coming up. So thank you, Thomas. Thank you, Torp. Thank you, the rideshare hustler, because the other gentlemen,
Thanks for having us.
Either they're too busy or they don't feel it's significant enough. They can go live for 5 hours, but they can't give me 15 minutes. Makes no logical sense. I'm going to call you out now. I'll start with Thomas first. He was our first guest. If you have some questions, something you like me to answer, a timeline of events, I want you guys to ask me questions first, and then I can go through a timeline or whatever.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna give you like an overview of the format that I was looking to have, and then I'm gonna give the other guys a chance to speak, and then we're gonna get into like what I'm gonna be looking into. But what I came here today to do is to give an overview of where we are at from like the community side, and then also to hear what you have to say. Like you said, review your receipts to hear you out, to hear what you have to say and everything. And then there's a list of questions. Once we hear everything that you have to say, there's a list of questions that need to be asked. And then once the questions are asked, there are 3 factual declaratory statements that I would like to make on behalf of the community. And then lastly, like once we're done, I'll stick around for like a little while just so you and your crew can like fuck on me if you want,
No, this isn't about that. I want to make something very clear. This isn't anybody coming here for fireworks. You might have your popcorn, that's fine. If we're coming here to clown myself or these gentlemen, that's not what this live is about. You can please dismiss yourself.
Well, I know your crew's probably been waiting for a chance to punk on me,
That's
to
okay.
clown me. So.
And they might do that in the chat, but you guys do a little bit of that. You guys do that, so that's only fair. But what I'm saying is this isn't going to be about 4 of us yelling and screaming at each other. I have no intention in doing that.
Okay.
If you guys say something crazy, I might respond, but that's not my intent going in. I want to make that very clear. So.
All right. Well, with that, I would like to give the floor to whoever wants to go next, and then So.
Want to go first, Tor?
Yeah.
That's rideshare, in my opinion.
So I just want to say that, I told everybody in advance that I know it's going to be professional. I know it ain't going to be no screaming match. The only reason why I'm here is because of a week and a half ago, I ran into Torp's video. First time, I listened to his channel and I became a fan.
Hold on. Somebody has a computer on. Can you guys mute that or lower it? Because we're getting background and I want all the words to be very clear for this live. So if you guys could either mute yourself or make sure the YouTube is turned off in the background, please.
I'll give a little interjection to that real quick. I had to kill the DoorDash. I had to kill the YouTube.
Yeah.
The StreamYard to make sense. I was getting feedback like a motherfucker from them.
Yeah, no, that's what you got to do, because if you got them both on, then you'll get the feedback. Dennis, go ahead.
I had to kill the YouTube to get the
perfect. All right, Dennis.
Okay, so I'm going to make it clear. My only issue is, Pedro, you kind of gave a bunch of people who aren't really like doing the grind. They're really trying to build up their viewership, and they're capping about how much money they're making. Like, it seems like the only people making $30, $40 an hour, talking about making $2,000 or $3,000 a week, are like gig tubers. So that's the main reason why I started going in more so on the glitch, which I learned about from Torp and Jeff Thomas, who I'm kind of disappointed didn't show up. But the way I feel, the people who are using that glitch, acting like they're making all this money, because of the fact DoorDash in LA, for example, you have to be a top dasher to get on the app. So you're going to end up averaging $6 to $8 max a delivery. And there's no way to make $30 an hour, knowing you have to be a top dasher to be allowed on the app. So that's the reason why I felt some kind of way, because it seems like the bigger gig tubers were using this glitch, not knowing if you're using it, but you were giving a platform to people that clearly were using the glitch and acting like they're making all this money to get views and act like they're these gurus, when in reality they were using a backdoor secret way to be a top dasher and take or get rid of crappy orders, but take all the good orders.
So who are you specifically referencing that I gave a platform to that used the glitch?
Here's the thing. You have, I don't want to mention his name, okay?
You talking about Richard?
Not really Richard. But
okay.
me and Dash and Trader is
Mention
cool
the
now.
name.
But it seems
Mention
like,
the
okay,
name.
you got
His name
Dash
is
and
Glitcher.
Mention
you
the
got
name. It's
okay,
fine.
my gripe is bigger than the glitch. It's more so you got Dash and Trader, you got DoorDash Diaries, you got a few other people, can't remember their names, but
Yeah.
I should have wrote them down. But these people you gave credibility to at a time that shouldn't have had it because they should have earned it. You know, Dash and Trader on one hand confronting customers, but then he's going at me for kicking a bag, and you gave him credibility.
Hold on. What does that
where
have to do? What does that have to do with the glitch? I want us to stay on topic. So, are you saying that you think Dash and Trader was using some kind of glitch and lying about his earnings? Is that what you're saying?
No, I think all the top dashers, you, Dash and Trader, the whole bunch, were using the glitch, but you guys were promoting you're making $400 a week. I mean, a day, anytime, but nobody shows their numbers. So, I mean, my question to you is, before this live is over, can you show that? I think it was the 10th you made $400. Can you show the numbers from that day? That'd be a big part of shutting up a lot of us. Show the numbers.
I will be showing I can definitely show my numbers. That's not a problem. I think I want to make one thing clear. I don't often say I make that much money because I don't work that much. So I think I've made $400 and I've said it on YouTube 2 or 3 times. The week that I did 2K in 4.5 days, which was verified by other people. I showed my numbers, but I just spent more time out. That wasn't a flex. I wasn't I don't ever work a week like that. I've never made $2,000 in a week since because I didn't give the time and the effort to the app. Right. So I'm not on, I've said several times I'll make $200 a day. That's not hard in St. Louis. I don't go around just saying 400. I don't make videos saying I make $400 every day. I've never said that in a video once. I might say, hey, I made 400 today or I made 300 today, but that's what happened. So I can show that. I'll do that at some point. I have no problem doing that. I mean, this week I made 767 with DoorDash and 500 with Instacart. My best day this week, I had a $380 day. That's with Instacart and DoorDash. And that was almost 10 hours. I can show that. It's not a problem. I agree with you about people that are saying I'm making this and giving a false sense of reality and hope, because that could be just in your market or their market and not yours or Torp's. I totally agree with that. Every video that I've made, if I said I made an amount, that's the amount I made. I've never I might show a screenshot. Yeah. But I have to take a screenshot and put it up. You guys can believe that or not. I don't have any problem. I've also openly showed my phone on camera many times. It's always the same phone with the ID.
I mean, not to cut you off. I think the issue is not to cut you off. Remember, I want you to understand this. Nobody hates you. Nobody dislikes you as a person.
I'm giving facts.
Just know it's more of the fact that I can come on here and I can lie and literally just not show my phone and act like I made, when I hit that money 2 weeks ago, I could have acted like I made 18,000 in 2 weeks of doing rideshare, and people would be all over my channel. But instead, I'm honestly telling people I'm sleeping in the car to work 16 hours to make $200, hopefully, for the day. So it's I'm being real, but you have too many gig tubers that are calling people like me stupid, dumb, not doing it the right way, sometimes even lazy, but they're using, the glitch and using other backdoor ways to take advantage of Lyft that I'm just finding out due to Torp and Jeff Thomas Black. And it's to the point of modern day slavery that we're being promoted. And when I'm talking about slavery, for what it means in 2023, we're being corrupted to think that if we work hard and do it the right way, we're going to make this money, but it's almost impossible. So that's really the fight that we're bringing to you guys that are pushing that message.
I get it. I totally understand that. I totally get it. But what I want, and the reason I'm doing this is, it's one thing to think somebody's using a glitch. If you're going to continually make content and have a strong opinion, are we just going to say, the innocent until proven guilty is no longer a thing? Is this America anymore? Are we just going to be able to slander anybody and drag them through the mud just because we think we know? No, we're not going to do that tonight. I have receipts, so I want to get to. I want to let Tort talk since Tort.
Yeah, go ahead.
Me?
Yes, sir. You can ask me a direct question. I know how you stand, but I am very happy that you're here. This tells me a lot about you. You're taking time out of your night. Appreciate that.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Pedro, but
no, go ahead.
I was kind of hoping Thomas Lichtas would take the floor.
Okay, let's
He's
give
got
it
a lot.
to. Let's give it to.
All
Thomas.
right.
At this moment,
Yeah, if you're
at this moment, I mean, I'm a knee-jerk reaction guy. I'm off the cuff, and Glitch Dash has all
That's
the
fine.
game. He
all
has
good.
the game, and
And,
what I mean by game is not
yeah.
a bad thing.
Okay.
You know this, Pedro. He has made the platform a different place, like Jeff Thomas Black. So I would like to hear his input. I've heard Rideshare Hustler. I have nothing to say on what he said because I agree with what he said.
Yeah, I don't disagree with him either when it comes to that.
I
It's
really
fine.
don't.
Yeah.
So I'm ready for Glitch Dash. Honestly,
All right,
I'll
I'm ready.
get in.
I'm ready.
I'll
Let's
get
go.
in. I'll get in.
Sounds
I
good.
didn't mean to cut you off, Pedro,
No,
but
you're
I'll
good.
get in.
Go ahead, Thomas.
All right. I wanted to just ask a couple of questions. I guess we can move on to the question part here. So let's start with how long have you known about the glitch?
The glitch was told to me towards the end of April of 2023. It was told to me to use something called airplane mode. I tried. I was like, because I'm gonna listen. I tried because I was curious. Somebody tells me something that's significant, I'm gonna do my research. It didn't work. I dismissed it. I dismissed it at that point. Then I heard about it again from somebody else on May 8th.
You sure about that day?
I'm 1000% sure about that day. That was the second time I heard about it.
Okay, may I ask what makes you so sure about that day?
Because I have correspondence in my phone. And I
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, you got timestamps. All right, gotcha.
Yep.
Right.
I can show them if you need to. Publicly.
Okay. Just to back up a little bit here, just for anybody who is still like a little bit confused about what's going on here, if you go to a channel called Jeff Thomas Black, there's a video called "The Beginning of the End of DoorDash," and if you watch that video, it's a little over an hour long, and it pretty much will like give you like a general overview of like everything that all of this like, quote unquote inquiry is based on. Okay. But anyway, moving on here.
I do want to say this. I do want to say this. I also, tonight, we will not be promoting any type of glitches and giving any instructions on how to do them. I want to make that very clear as well.
All right, fair enough. That's fine. Anybody can come by my channel to learn about it.
That's fine. Yep.
How long have you known Glitchard?
He came on my show. God, I guess it's been a little over a year when he came on my show. He came in and commented on one of my lives, and I saw who he was. Me and him he kind of rubbed me the wrong way at first, and that was the reason I had him on the show, because me and him
really
had a very I was like my at that point my AR was low, right?
Okay.
His was high, and he was saying nonsense in my opinion. This is 2022.
Didn't you guys do a video together?
We did a live together.
That was a little bit like before I got to the space,
So we did 2 lives. We did one, and I did another one with him about maybe a month or 6 weeks later. It's kind of like Top Dasher versus Cherry 2.0.
Yeah, I kind of remember that video. I forgot to watch it though.
Yep. And
and
I want to make this also clear.
Okay.
I did not hear about any glitches from Richard at all. And I have people that can attest to that are in the live chat tonight as well. His name is Ron Dashwagon.
So give me like an estimate of like how long between the time you met Glitchard and the time you found out about the glitch in question. I'm not talking about the airplane mode thing. I'm talking about what we're talking about right now.
So I told you just now, May 8th is when I found out about how to use it, and it was talk to me about it, and like, okay, well, that's weird. I heard about some airplane thing, but this is a little different. So by then it had been, I don't know when Richard came out. It was maybe towards the end of summer. So maybe 10 months or so.
Okay.
There was a little, maybe a little bit less than that. There was a lot of months, and me and Richard don't communicate. I don't talk to him. I've had one phone conversation with Richard after our live. And that's been it. I haven't talked to him since.
Okay.
So.
And who was it that told you about the glitch?
That's a good question. So the 2 people that told me about it, I will not mention their name. They both know they can come up here live tonight, and they can actually. The reason when I found out about this is the reason why I did not share anything. There is one close friend of mine. I did a video and sent him a video on my phone and said, "Dude, can you believe this shit? This is this is crazy. If I made a video, if I was all about clicks and views, I can make a video and blow up this whole community right now. I decided actively not to do that because of somebody tells me something in trust and says, don't say anything. And if I give them my word as a man, like, hey, man, this stays between us. I don't need it. Because at that point, my acceptance rate was 71%. I'm going to reference some videos. May 8th, my acceptance rate was already 71 because I reset my acceptance rate back in early November, and the videos are there. I'll give you guys some dates. You guys could do all the research yourself, right? So I didn't have a need for it because my AR was already high.
Okay. Yeah, I was actually going to be the next question because
I want Torp to say something because he looks like he wants to say something.
Oh, go ahead.
What?
Did you want to say something, Torp?
I'm just listening. I got something to say, but it's going to come after what you guys say.
Okay. I was going to say, if you want to say it now, that might be a good time because this might take like a minute. There's a few more questions that I'll go through here.
I'm tired of hearing about people saying they ain't going to say shit about shit when there's shit going on.
So, Torp, let me ask you a question. I want to say something real quick. And you can just listen. You don't have to. If you're not ready to talk, you don't have to. Then we can get back to Thomas or Dennis. So, for me, this is how I look at something like that when it's presented to me. I have one of the most watched channels on DoorDash community. Would you guys agree with that?
No.
Yes.
No,
okay.
I would not.
Who has more views than me?
Verbatim, you do not.
Okay, that's fine. So I have one of the most watched YouTube content creators on YouTube.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, you're probably in the top 10.
You asked me a question, I'm going to answer it. Glitch Dash has 225 subscribers and he's pushing almost 1,000 fucking views a video. Almost 1,000 a video. You got over 60,000 and you're pushing 5,000. Verbatim, he wins.
It doesn't matter verbatim. So,
well, fuck, dude. If he doesn't win verbatim, what does win?
Torp, you just compared 5,000 views to 1,000 and said that 1,000 is more important and relevant than 5K.
Well, he's got 225 subscribers.
That doesn't matter. It's about the views.
It does because he's got more goddamn comments. He's got more goddamn likes.
All right,
guys, my channel has 10,000 views.
Question, I'm answering it.
Yeah, listen.
If you don't want to hear it, you don't have to.
That's your opinion.
That's your option.
You're
it's
entitled
not an opinion,
to that.
dude. It's a fucking fact.
5,000 views versus 1,000.
Look at his goddamn channel, dude. The reason you're here is because he spoke.
10.
That's the only reason you're here is because he spoke.
20 million views versus 10,000. I heard you. Got it. You
20 million, motherfucker. Do you understand what being elaborate is? I think you just explained elaborate. You have exaggerated that number. We are not. You are. That's your plan.
It's on YouTube. What are you talking about? Hey, Dennis, let me ask you.
It is on YouTube. Look at the fucking views, man.
Dennis.
He's got all the. All right, I'll shut up.
I think I can explain. I think I can give you middle ground on where you both are coming from. So is that
I don't want to go sideways.
So Glitch Dash, if he has 250 subscribers and he's getting 1,000 views, that means his engagement is high because YouTube is pushing his channel. But you got to remember, when like Pedro's the most active rideshare channel, but there's bigger channels, they got more subscribers, but when they put out videos, they're only getting 1,000 views. So it's just in time, like when Glitch Dash, when he hits his peak, then YouTube is going to stop the pushing of his videos and then it's going to get back to the regular number. I've gone through it too. I used to get like 3,000 views a video, but then as I continued, my numbers dropped.
Right, Chad, check this out.
Yeah.
Glitch Dash does not have AdSense, and his views have gone through the fucking nuts roof.
Mine did the same thing. Look, I'm not even trying to defend Pedro. I'm saying.
Yeah, and I'm not getting paid. He's doing his shit. He's doing his shit, and he's getting mad respect. Mad respect.
Listen, you're right.
Can you imagine if he was Pedro getting paid?
Here, so that's a big deal. He got my attention, so that's a big deal. Don't you agree?
All right, Pedro just did something real there. Mad respect, Pedro. That was real.
He got my attention. That was real. He's here. Yeah, so I agree with what you're saying, but I'm just talking in numbers, you know. So, but listen, so I want to also make something really clear because you asked a question and you asked me the name of the person. I will not share somebody's name if they tell me, "Hey, don't say." I'm not gonna. I don't roll like that. That's
what if
not
you could
how
help somebody? What if you could help somebody? What if you could help 10,000 or 60,000 people, Pedro? What if you could help them?
So
what if you knew about the glitch and you could help them?
I'll answer your question. If you stop, I'll answer your question. So May 8th, if I make
tell me to stop, dude, and I'm gone. I did that shit with fucking Flex, man. Listen, I ain't going to stop. You wanted me here, I'm here.
We can't talk over each other. I said that in the beginning. We're going to be.
Well, you asked me a goddamn question. I'm answering the fucking question.
And if you ask me one, you got to let me answer. So
I didn't ask you a goddamn question, did I? I told you what I think. You asked me one.
Torp, we're going to do this or not, man? We're good, right? Okay.
Back up, do a double step. It's all good.
May 9th, if I make a video, I probably, maybe I could have helped some people for an interim amount of time. But then what? Maybe dashers get deactivated. Maybe so then that's on my head? Absolutely not. I'm not going to push something that is against TOS and that is against I'm not going to do it. That's why I didn't team up with certain companies before. I'm not going to push something just so we can all make money for 1 month.
Pedro, how many people have been deactivated for the glitch?
I have how would I know that? I have no idea.
We do. Nobody.
Okay.
Where
how do I know that?
Where have you been? We've been telling you. Nobody. Glitch Dash has been pushing it. He's been pushing on his channel. Every video for thousands of views, he's been pushing it, and it still exists.
Right. But
where have you been? Where have you been?
Glitch Dash might not.
He's helping people. You're not. You're telling people we're full of shit, and we're telling you you don't get it. So that's where your butt hurt.
So nope. Let me get to my.
Oh, there's no note, dude.
Okay,
you fucking failed on that point. Listen. Make another one. Make another one, quick.
Are you going to be respectful or not?
What did I say that was disrespectful? That I don't agree with you? Ouch. Whoops. I don't agree with Pedro. That makes me a bad guy. I thought this was all about truth.
So you keep talking. I'm going to give you dates of videos to look up really quick.
Roll.
Reference. You guys ready?
Roll with it, but we can't see them right now.
Everybody
get right now. We're not doing later. We're not doing earlier. We're doing now. Now, Pedro, speak now. In the now. Not later, not before.
So let's put him on mute because he's obviously doesn't understand that I'm going to give dates. He just wants to talk. So you guys ready? Okay.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Thomas. I'm going to unmute Torp because I do want him still on the show. I don't want him to leave. Now, so let's see. November 1st on YouTube, my acceptance rate, 69%. November 3rd, Top Dasher is over. That's a video that I did. That's November 3rd. November 4th, I start talking about shop and pay options and how that's a way to raise your AR and also get the Dash Now feature. November 8th, Diamond Zone hits. I talk about Diamond Zone, having to stay above 50%, testing it out. November 15th, Diamond Program, higher AR. November 17th, I make a video, quitting DoorDash for now. Had a bad week. I said, I'm going to do some Instacart and Uber Eats. November 28th, Top Dasher. I was at 71%. There's video evidence on YouTube. How should we handle it? How should we handle Top Dasher? It started changing at that point. December 6th, Top Dasher. November. I got Top Dasher for November, 71% AR. I didn't know about the glitch in December 6th. December 10th, stop doing DoorDash. I made a video. December 17th, earn by time. I started doing earn by time, another way to get the AR up. I started talking about, hey, maybe this could be an option. Is it good? Is it bad? I made videos saying I'm not going to have opinion anymore. I'm going to test these programs for the community, give you my perspective on St. Louis. January 3rd.
Hang on, really quick. Do you know which dates you ever promoted Top Dasher? Can you list those dates?
I've never promoted Top Dasher ever.
Okay.
Hold on. I have never said you should be a Top Dasher. You should take $2 and $3 orders. Find me the video where I said that. I always said these are options, and I was testing things for the community to see if they were good or bad because I didn't want to have an opinion. I wanted to have facts.
Okay.
So hold on.
Really quick. Oh,
the first week.
I just wanted to ask. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead, Thomas.
Sorry, there's a little bit of a delay. I just wanted to ask. I'm sorry. I have memory problems, man. I forgot what I was saying. We promoted Top Dasher. Sorry, man. I forgot. Go ahead.
What first week of January, I went on a vacation on a cruise. I came back and made a video saying January, this whole year, I'm going to try to be positive, show you guys actual information versus just spewing opinions. I made that video, right? February 23rd, Dash Along. I started talking about Dash Along the Way, another way to raise your AR. So you're not having to waste time going to a zone. You could dash along the way. And usually those orders can be pretty good for me. March 1st, new Top Dasher. What does it really mean? At that point in my video, I was at 63% acceptance rate. Didn't know about the glitch. March 27th. March 29th, my worst day. That's when I did the Dashing Trader Challenge. My acceptance rate was above 70 then. Video evidence on 2 different channels. my AR before I knew about this was already high. You guys want me to continue?
Really quick. Is there a video with you ever saying acceptance rate matters, guys? Using those words.
Yeah. So my opinion, now that we have a diamond zone, after doing my research, I do think there are times of the day acceptance rate does matter. I do stand by that. Yes.
Okay. All right. Just wanted to clear that up. Go ahead.
I mean,
Keep going with your dates.
Let me say this real quick. I think it was in like February or March when you kind of went from being the no tip, no trip. You created the movement. You went away from that to like being all about the dash by hour or whatever it's called. You started being the guy to push that. Like, I make good money. And look, nothing wrong with that in your market if you're getting tipped and you're getting 19 or whatever, 17 an hour. But you went from being I don't do it clowns, Kobe, to I take this order that might be $5 because it's good, mile to money ratio. And that's where the change happened. That's where most of us think the glitch started coming into play around like March. And it ain't no way, realistic, there's no way for anybody to prove it. I mean, there's no way to prove anybody did the glitch. So it's really theatrics trying to
what
figure
makes
it
you
out.
say that?
You're right.
Excuse me. What makes you say that?
Because how would you prove that you don't have his phone, you don't have his numbers? How would you know based off of his? But
that's actually
you do what you do. I'll leave it to you.
That was actually going to be leading me into my next question. Are you willing to requisition the company for your data? For a copy of your data?
What do you mean?
You like file a motion with a company to have like your data from your app pulled so that IT expert can like take a look at it?
You want me to go to DoorDash and prove to you guys by having them look at my account? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I'm just asking if you're willing to do that. Like, if you're like willing to agree to that.
I would be if DoorDash came to me and I had to legally give them my phone. I would have no problem with it. I'm not going to DoorDash, but I'm not going to go to them. I could provide you guys with my acceptance rate that was already high and I has already been adapting before I even knew about it. So when I knew about it, it was irrelevant for me because my acceptance rate was already high. I had reset it and I had tested programs out. And to Dennis's point or question, you got to also remember, I can make a video for content and entertainment and to see what value earned by time. Pedro de Santiago, if earned by time comes to my market, I should try it, right? That I did that. And also I did it days when it was bad and I talked about the bad shit too. So I haven't always had a good experience with it, but I'm going to turn the camera on and give you guys my experience, whether it's good or bad, whether it's $400 or $100. That's why during that timeline I just gave you, there was a week and a half there. I didn't do a lot of DoorDash because like, man, it's not really great in my market right now. Let me do some Uber, Instacart, and all those videos are still there.
Pedro, it's not my best. It's not my best when I do this. I know that. I don't mean to cut you off and chop you. That's not what I'm trying to do here. We're having a real conversation. But I have to ask you a question, man. And when it's on my mind, because I do this shit off the cuff.
No problem.
We know this. And I'm trying to show you some props for having a real conversation. So if you got a minute, I'll give you my assessment on what you just said. If you got a minute.
I do. Go ahead.
When I first started here on YouTube, I was just a joke of a fucking dasher, dude. I had no goddamn clue what I was doing. I mean that in the sincerest, honest fucking way. And I left my W-2 to do it. I took my 401k out, and that was my backup, dude. And the entire time I did that, I literally had dude, my 401k got sucked up by the fact that I was losing my ass on DoorDash. So I listened to you. I listened to Sarah. These ain't knocks. Don't nobody get this fucking shit mixed up. These ain't knocks. I was listening to Sarah. I was listening to fucking Kimmy. Money Plans. Probably got that name wrong. My apologies. I'm not here to butcher it. I listened to UDM. I listened to fucking Bentley. I listened to fucking Sin Cities. And I went down this path of, I'm not going to say believing. That's negative. I went down this path of learning something that I didn't already know. How about that?
Yep.
And you, Pedro, you, and all them did give me some goddamn good insight, man. I've said that in my videos. I'll back that shit up.
Happy to help. I've heard you say it before, and I appreciate you saying that.
I know you did. I know you did. That's what makes us all fucked up. Because I did. Other people did. My biggest problem about 8 to 10 months ago, don't quote me on the months because I ain't that guy. I don't have calendars. I don't take notes. I just remember up here.
Yeah.
That's about the right time, though. And I remember hearing you say, especially, again, not a knock. This is just reality. We're trying to get to a point here. I remember you saying have a backup plan and do something else and get the fuck. Basically, I'm not going to say you never said get the fuck out. You said have a backup plan and do something else.
And I stand by that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I have no issue with that. But after 8 months of rolling with you, after 8 months of that, I found out that DoorDash wasn't the answer, and it was something to get away from. And I was like, well, there must be something there too. This guy's got game. He's got mad game. I've been watching him. What am I going to lie to everybody and tell everybody this is bullshit? No, Pedro ain't full of bullshit. Pedro just sent me down a path that I can't figure out. And then when I found out that Sin Cities had this fucking thing, and then Flex brought it up, and that there was this thing that leaked out, and then, you know, Glitch Dash brought it up, and then Jeff Thomas Black fucking knocked it out of the park because he was the only one to screen capture that fucking.
I want to say Jeff Thomas Black is a coward. He's in the chat, but he's not with us live.
Well, you can calm down right there with me. I'm not going to agree with you. So,
well, okay.
It is what it is because you didn't see it apparently.
I've seen some of his stuff. I've had correspondence with him.
No, not his stuff, dude. I'm talking about Flex and
I don't know. I was just mentioning Jeff.
Well, if you don't know, you're knowing now. That's the point of this conversation.
Okay. Yeah.
They admitted, and they were bitching at each other for letting the leak out about the glitch. And the glitch is the problem here. It's not you. It's not me. It's not Glitch Dash. It's not Rideshare. It's the point that a lot of people got fucked up telling. We got told a story that wasn't real. And you were at the top of the pyramid being as big as you are because your best friends that people talked about actually fucking said that they knew more than we.
Hold on. Who are my best friends? Who are my best friends that said that?
Well, dude, I've been on Flex's Lounge. You're there. You support him. He supports you. He gets pissed off when I talk that about you. And then at the same time, what do you mean? Okay, did that not happen?
No, I don't. I wouldn't say me and Flex are best friends. I don't even have his. I think I might have his phone number. Maybe we.
Isn't he a mod on your channel?
Well, then what are you doing in his live?
So hold on. Maybe our definition of best friends is different, but
all right, I'll give you that. All right,
okay, yeah,
all right, I'll give you that
definition.
But you are there. You are
sometimes,
there,
yeah, absolutely,
and you support the shit out of him. And I'm like, well, Flex is the one that leaked this thing. That's where it started. Jeff Thomas Black pulled that video, and it's on his channel. If you didn't see that, I can't help you with that. But it's on that, and it's got thousands. Now it's up to thousands. That's where the shit started from. And then Glitch Dash, Glitch Dash has been popping every single one of you that ignore it.
Right. So
we're not going to ignore the fact
I think what you guys have to realize is some of you at times might watch and see things I don't see. Would you say that's a fair statement? Like you, just because you saw it, you're assuming I saw it.
We should probably get on that, bro.
I like that. I like that. You didn't see it? Are you being honest?
What are you referencing? You talking about Jeff's video?
I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah, it's a video on Jeff Thomas Black's channel called "The Beginning of the End of DoorDash." Everybody needs to watch it.
You didn't see it?
I've heard of it. I have not seen it.
See, that's part of the problem here. That's part of why we're having a problem here. You know.
Let me interject for a second. I think part of the issue is you guys saw that video and assumed that I was involved. Is that a fair statement?
Well, actually, there was one more question about that I wanted to ask you. In that video, there's a surreptitiously recorded candid conversation in which the parties in question are not aware that they're being recorded, and they said the first person to mention it was Pedro. He said, "If y'all knew about the real glitch, none of this would matter." Ha ha ha. So the question is, what is the real glitch? What were they referencing there?
So you guys are talking about a community post I put up back in, I want to say May or June, probably maybe June. And there was a glitch at that time, and there's a video of this as well, where it gave drivers top dasher status without them even, some of them not having even worked for a while. They didn't have 100 deliveries. They were at 20% AR, but it gave them an email saying you're a top dasher for June, I believe it was. And
How long ago was that?
I think that was June, end of May, beginning of June is when I.
Okay, so just recently.
It was recently. So I also got that email talking about you're a top dasher and this, and people were sending me, hey Pedro, I'm a top dasher, but my AR is 20%. How is this even possible? I did a video on this. So I put the video was on a Monday. The community post I posted was the Sunday, the day before. Now, the glitch I'm referencing is what I knew about. There's other glitches some of you guys don't know about.
Like what?
On DoorDash. I'm not gonna share that with. It's not important. You guys could go and find that information out if you want. It's not important. It's not important.
Why are you dodging that question?
Do you not fully understand like what the gravity of the situation is here? Like the people in this community that have been going for top dasher over the past year or more that did not know about this glitch have been defrauded. Do you understand that?
By who?
Yes.
That's actually part of why we're.
Hold on, stop. Torp just said me. How? How did I defraud
Because you're not
people?
acknowledging the fact that you knew about this glitch, but you don't know anything about it. How in the fuck does that make sense?
No. Me knowing it doesn't mean I use it, number one.
And
it also doesn't mean I should.
Nobody said you knew about it, but you didn't understand it.
I said, no. I just said
What
now.
the fuck?
You didn't listen to what I just said, Torp. I said in the community
That's why I
post,
responded to it.
the community post, I was referencing multiple glitches.
Dude, the only glitch we're talking about is glitch. The glitch.
I know, but
Glitcher's glitch.
Thomas just said it was. Thomas said that somebody said I leaked it out. That's not true.
Nobody.
Isn't that what he said?
No. You're confused. The reason you're confused is because you haven't watched the video that we're referencing.
You
Yes,
said
he
you
has
said
not
that
watched
in the
it.
video. Two gentlemen
Yeah.
were talking in that I leaked it. That's what you said.
No,
Says
you
the
didn't.
first person to mention it was Pedro.
Okay, that's what you said, right?
Flex.
That's what the person said. That's not like you're not the leaker though. Like the person saying that is the leaker.
Yes,
You understand?
Flex.
Well,
Can I ask you guys a question?
Yes.
Yep.
This might not come off as the way I want it to, but I'm going to say it. How in the fuck is it my responsibility for you guys to go out and learn an app and make money? I've done enough. I've given you guys the tools to adapt, try different programs, bet on yourself, try different apps. If you're not, I've said this in 1,000 videos. It's your responsibility as an independent contractor. I've said this verbatim in at least 1,000 videos. It's your responsibility in your market to find what people are willing to pay you to do, and you should do that.
It's a little bit harder to do that when there's a fucking glitch fucking everything up though, bro.
How is it glitch? Okay, so now you're telling me then now all of a sudden acceptance rate matters?
It only matters to the people. Like it doesn't matter because the people that are using the glitch mess everything up. Like the people that are going, listen, the people that are going for top dasher, they like don't have their reward at the end of the road because like all the glitch users are taking all the good orders.
Okay,
like it messes up the whole.
The only relevance of Top Dasher for several months now, and I also have many videos to reference this, is the Dash Now feature. Even DoorDash tells us that. I have went out of my way countless times to talk other ways to get that. Shop and pay deliveries. I'm prioritized on Shop and Pay. I've gotten Top Dasher most of the time from that. And
are we talking about Top Dasher or the 3-tier rewards program?
I'm talking about getting Dash Now. Dash Now is the only benefit of Top Dasher. You can get Dash Now and not be Top Dasher by doing Shop and Pays. And you get it on a week-to-week basis. I've also told drivers that might be an option for you. You don't need to take shit orders. Do some Shop and Pays. Do 7, 11 a week. You can get the Dash Now feature without ever having to do Hell Week. I've said that many, many, many times. So how is that telling people to be a Top Dasher and take trash orders? When I'm
the problem,
other options.
Pedro, do you or do you not?
I want somebody to answer that question first. Did you guys? How is that me telling somebody to be a top dasher when I'm giving you a workaround to get Dash Now in a better, more effective way?
The how we are getting top dashers the glitch. Did you or did you not know about the glitch?
May 8th. I said that already.
Well, then you knew about the glitch. Why the fuck didn't you share it?
I didn't share it because I can't give information
Yes,
without
you can.
knowing. No.
The
Without
biggest
knowing.
channel here. You said it yourself. You got the biggest
But with
channel
something
here.
like that,
You should help your brothers out, man.
If somebody tells me not to say something, I'm not going to say it. If somebody
should,
hey,
because
Tor,
you're going to help your brothers
Tor,
out.
If you worked with a guy at a W-2 and he told you something, he goes, man, hey, really don't say anything. I don't want to, and he's your friend. Would you say something?
Yes. Stop. You gotta stop.
Yes.
Stop, because what you're comparing this to is him stealing from the store.
Fucking help
the glitch is not stealing. Tell me how.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's a cheat. It's an exploit. It makes the Top Dasher program meaningless.
The Top Dasher program is meaningless.
It is because of the glitch, bro.
Not for everybody.
Oh,
you can't dash out here unless you're a Top Dasher.
Okay, well, hold on.
Places.
You can. I just told you how. I literally
like, are you, dude? Like, you get high priority access to orders for like the Diamond program or whatever. Like, there's a 3-tier program coming to everyone's market soon, and there's like high priority.
It's not in mine. It has not been in mine.
Well, it's gonna be there. It's going to be coming soon, man. They're rolling it out. It's in beta testing right now. But the point is,
that's fantastic.
Yeah,
great. Whatever.
Yeah,
I'll adapt. I'm not somebody.
There's not a whatever.
But
no, it is a whatever, because I think what we have to realize is
the reason you're here is because we brought this to your attention, and the only reason you're talking about it is because you can't take the heat. The heat is in your face.
Tor.
The heat is real.
Tor.
Too many channels talking about you, man.
You telling me I can't take the heat?
No, you can't.
Laughable.
That's why you did this.
The
only reason you did this is because Thomas Black and Glitch Dash brought the heat. Otherwise, you wouldn't even be talking about it.
Let me pause you for a second.
Did you?
So the reason that I did this live is because when you're slandering and defamation of character my name, that means you're doing it to my 2 girls and you're trying to take food off my fucking plate. I have a brand. I have sponsorship deals. I'm going to stand up from the table, the lunch table. I'm going to stand up and say, hold on. No.
Fucking lunch table analogy, man. We're not in high school no more, man. Like, come on, dude.
The lunch table, Uber Jeep AZ called it a lunch table. Dennis knows that. I'm going to stand up from the lunch table and I'm going to say, hold on. You guys aren't going to slander my name without proof. I can handle the heat. I invited 7 individuals to bring me proof because I have mine. And not one person has done that yet. Not one of you guys has
said nothing to your homies. We're supposed to be 60,000 large with you.
You're wrong.
You said nothing about the glitch, knowing it existed. Really?
So you want me to share that, and then maybe people get deactivated?
Why not? How about share something that could help people that are surviving on peanuts?
So you guys are telling me
why you're doing 860 buying houses?
You're telling me it's stealing, and you want me to tell motherfuckers to steal? Fuck you,
motherfucker! Fuck you! You're stealing.
He just said it's stealing. Glitch Dash. Did you guys just say it's like stealing? And now you want me
to
tell
people when it's just
you want okay. So you guys want me to tell people to steal. Is that what you're saying, Glitch Dash?
That's
no,
Dennis,
we want you to reveal.
I want no parts of that. I warned my subscribers this was gonna happen. I'm not included in their belief system.
You're telling me, oh, you know how to steal, you should share it because people are hungry. That's the stupidest fucking thing ever.
Okay, no, because we got to get this glitch closed, man. We got to get this glitch fixed so that it's fair for everybody.
It's probably going to get closed now.
I certainly hope so. I sincerely hope so.
It doesn't matter to me if it does. I don't see a benefit from it, so I'm not worried.
That's fine. That's fine, man.
It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me. I'm trying to.
Good and well, the glitch exists, and you didn't tell us about it.
I told 4 individuals in private after I found out that because they're my friends. Yep.
Yeah, but you knew about it.
May 8th. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did. And you didn't say shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't. You're right. 100%. And I stand by that 1,000%.
Well, thanks for helping out 60,000 subscribers trying to find a way to make fucking money, boy.
I help way more people than you ever will, Torp, in your life. Way more.
I got a feeling you might be a little bit offset on that.
No, I helped you in the beginning, didn't I? Have you helped me with anything?
When you were being honest, you did.
I've always been honest, Torp.
You're not being honest now.
What am I not being honest about? Tell me. I've answered every question.
I just said you knew about the glitch and never provided that information to your subscribers.
Because that's not information I'm going to provide if I'm asked.
But if it's no big deal, why not talk about it and help everybody make money?
How do I know if it's not a big deal?
Because all your people said it wasn't a big deal. Sarah, all of them. Kimmy, No big deal.
Those aren't my people. I just met them. They're not my people. What are you talking about? What do you mean you just met them? Literally just met Sarah.
They've been on your lives for months.
I've never had either of them on my show ever. What are you talking about, man? Kim and Sarah have never been on my show.
Biggest supporters. Are you going to talk to us like men? Or are you just going to play this?
Kim and Sarah have never been on my show. Are you serious? They've never been on a live show. You guys don't understand what I have.
Where the fuck are they now?
I have 1,300 videos that back up everything I've done every day on YouTube. You guys have to come with more receipts than this. You guys are failing right now.
No, what's failing is the fact that you're backstepping because we got your ass.
Nobody's backstepping.
That's what's a fail. That's a fucking fail.
All right.
We got your ass.
That's funny.
And you're going to cut this shit off. I got a feeling.
Nobody's cutting.
Like
hey, Tor,
every time you get butthurt, you cut it off.
I'm gonna mute you because you don't know how to have a conversation, Torque.
Let me say, Torque, can I say something real quick?
Go ahead, Dennis.
I think the issue we're facing here is you guys, I'm gonna give you credit, Pedro. Like, you've been doing this for years. You helped a lot of people, including myself. I mean, I was in that car depressed in your videos when you were, going off on the no tip, no trick customers. Now here's the situation. 3 months or 4 months, whatever it would be, of you knowing about the glitch, that shouldn't dictate how we treat you. I think the biggest issue is you're giving just these content creators a reason to promote this high earning ability with DoorDash, and it suckered people like me who were stuck doing Spark, not being able to do DoorDash because of the fact you got to be a top dasher. We didn't get the opportunity to take advantage of that glitch while we were all suffering. I think that's the main reason why Torp and everybody's mad, because you did a gig conference and it ain't your responsibility to share everything with us. But when you're like the godfather or the Jesus, these people are calling you Jesus of rideshare gig tubing or delivery apps, that information you could have told, you could have even made a fake account and just shared the information to everybody, because that's something that could have just been shared. Who cares?
So yeah, you know what? That's a really good point, and I wanna answer that because I think you bring up a valid point. And I think, if I'm being honest, I think that's why I went in my brain above and beyond to show drivers other ways to get there. Shop and pay, try earn by time, try something to get the Dash Now feature, because that's the only benefit. So I went out of my way to share other ways that I knew, because I had already been doing them. Now, if I felt in my heart, without knowing everything, this was just brought to me May 8th. If I share this, I'm breaking the trust of somebody, a couple, actually 2 people, and I don't like to do that. And then thirdly, I don't know if DoorDash then sees this, and I've got emails. There's somebody in here named Josh. I think he's still in here. Josh, you can vouch for this if you're here. You were here earlier. I had emails, about 6 of them. He's one of them. Pedro, please don't say anything. This is how I make good money. And he'll say that. He'll admit it right now. So for me, it's like, if I say something, yeah, can I maybe help people for the next month so they get Dash Now? Maybe that's great. But then what happens if they get a fraudly deactivated because your account looks suspicious? Now I'm possibly hindering their money full halt stop, right, Dennis? So how could I, in good judgment, share something without knowing the possible repercussions of that?
I mean, they're grown up, so you got to tell them in advance, hey, if you do this glitch, you get deactivated, it's on you. But it's good to have the information. That's the point.
I think that would be really.
No, we're not. People aren't kids. People aren't kids. They're not deactivated anymore. We both know they're not deactivating anybody because that glitch.
So, hey, Dennis, yeah. You're telling me people aren't kids, but then you also expect me to hold your hand and give you the secret?
No. That's not.
You can't figure out how to make money on your own?
No, that ain't the situation. The situation is majority of people know in most big markets, you have to get top dasher to do DoorDash. DoorDash and Uber are king right now. Spark and Grubhub and all the rest suck. So if you got the formula or you got the secret to allow people to do DoorDash, that's the reason why everybody's mad. Just share it. Tell people you're probably going to deactivate it. You're probably going to feel stupid, but hey, here it is. You're not going to get in trouble because DoorDash can't sue you or do anything for giving out the information. It's kind of like,
once again, my first instinct is if somebody tells me, hey man, don't say anything, and I tell them as a man, this is beyond YouTube and DoorDash. Okay, I got you, man. I'm not going to say anything. Like, do you guys not have any honor with that with friends?
It doesn't count for crimes, bro.
I respect that.
Hold up, stop. Glitch Dash. Where's the crime being committed? Explain.
You are gaming the system. You are gaming the system by using this glitch. It is an exploit. It's against the rules.
So Dad Dash made a good video, I think, this past week, and his theory.
I forgot to
of
look at that.
why-
We'll have to look at that.
His video, his theory of why the glitch exists is because, as we know, these apps are very glitchy in a lot of ways. They time you out. You get a bad signal. Torp knows this. You get bad areas. You get an order. You get a text message, but it never hits your phone, and then your AR goes down. You're being punished.
Yeah.
So some people think, Dad Dash being one of them, this was put in a way to protect drivers so your AR doesn't go down, but then it just happens to go up. So if anything,
do you understand that with this glitch, you can stay at 100% and never take a bad order ever again? Do you get that? You can cherry pick at 100.
I don't, because I've never been at 100%. So
Hold on, glitch that. I got a good one. This might be the first point we made that makes sense. Remember that app that showed you your order total before you accepted? What was that called?
I never used it.
I'm gonna bring the Driven Dad up real quick.
Okay.
He's backstage, and I think he might have some value to add. So I'm gonna add him, but I'm
gonna say this, Pedro. Pedro, you promoted that app when it first came out, and you stopped using it after a couple of days, and it went against terms of service, but you still promoted it for that
Which
day.
app are you talking about? One of you guys has got to turn down the background noise because this stream is got to be. We gotta. Thank you. Which app are you talking about?
So I'm pretty sure chat will know. There's the app that there we go, Power app.
Nope, stop. Once again, misinformation. I never promoted the Power app.
No, not promoted it, but you talked about it and you told us about it, and I learned from you, and I tried the app, and
I've never made a video talking about Para. Not once. Never.
Yeah, you did. You said you were gonna try it out, and you tried it out. You said it sucked, and you stopped using it. I promise you. You got it.
Dennis,
okay, maybe I'm wrong. I'm gonna look.
I've never made that video. Never.
Okay, you might. Okay, I
have never.
I thought you made it. I'm wrong.
You're talking about the video I made talking about the driver utility helper. That's the app you might be referencing, but that's a completely different app that I talked about.
It was app that showed. It was app that showed you the totals before you did it. Before you did the delivery.
I've never promoted Para. They came to me. I never once promoted them in a video, and I can stand by that 1,000%. And there's probably people in the chat. Steve Wrights Rodeo might be here. He could vouch for that. He works for and with them. I have never made a video promoting that because at the time, without having all the knowledge that I have now, I was being told by other people also, hey, this might be against TOS. So I didn't know if it is or isn't. So I made a decision not to promote it. The same way I made a decision not to promote this because I don't know if it's against TOS or not. So I'm not going to tell people, try something, and then even at your own, I have influence. So then people are going to try it, understanding, yeah, I might get deactivated, then they're going to get mad at me. And then they're not going to be able to eat, right? So I'm trying to teach you other ways to eat. Shop and pays, earn by time, pizza program. I'm not telling you to be a top dasher. I'm telling you to do what works for you. I never tell people to take $2, $3 orders. I never promote Top Dasher. I'm not saying you should be a Top Dasher. It's the only way you're going to make money. I've never made a video saying that, not one time.
Okay.
I think that's what this was about, though. I thought this was about the glitch.
Well, he mentioned Para and about he referenced using that as an analogy. I promoted it, but I did not.
Pedro, I don't know, Pedro. It's right here. I mean, you did DoorDash versus Para, but you were just, I guess you were just talking about the difference between the two.
Hey, Roger Hustler, I was saying that I can predict the tips just like them. That's what that video is about if you watch it.
Gotcha.
I was going against that app, actually. I was doing the opposite of what you thought I was doing.
I'm against all the third-party apps, man.
So I was
analog.
I thought you said you used it for one day and you didn't like it. It wasn't accurate.
I never.
Okay, like I said, I'm wrong. I learned about it because of you. I mean.
Sure. Yeah. I was making a fun video saying, hey, this app predicts tips, and they don't even do that anymore. There's no value in that, right?
Yeah.
It didn't work for them as a company, right? But I always tell people, hey, 625 tip indicator.
Nice, folks.
Yeah. But I knew I could get deactivated using it. So I mean you mentioned that.
Pedro's got a solid, man. We got some feedback. That's just killing us. Who's got the feedback? That's nasty, man.
He just muted.
That's fucking nasty.
Just
I want to let Tony have some time.
Just one question, because I've heard it several times. Which gig tubers or content creators are you referencing that use the glitch and Pedro could have stopped them from promoting using Top Dasher as a method? Use the glitch and sorry, I just got my voice in my ear. And use the glitch, but don't tell people about it. which content creators are benefiting off of this, reporting numbers that are unattainable to other people without the glitch? That's just my question, and then I can jump back in after I pick up this sushi.
That's easy.
I mean, like I said before, there's really no way to prove anybody used it because nobody shows their phone. Like when I do my lives, I literally show my phone when I get an order. I show it when I decline most of the time. Nobody does that. When you get to a certain level of subscribers, it seems like you just want us to assume you're making the money that you're mentioning. Like you want us to assume you're making $15 off this delivery or 20 off this. Then at the end of the day, I made $250 today in 6 hours. That's the point.
Yeah. Well, that's fair to say that, but what I'm asking is, who are the people so they can clear their own names?
I mean, I think Thomas is the one that put the list up. I mean, if I'm not mistaken.
Thomas Black? Are you talking about Thomas
not Thomas. What is it? Glitch Dad? I mean,
Yeah.
what is it? Driving Dad? Was that you that did the list? Or?
I'm talking over here, just clarifying. That's all.
Yeah, I mean,
we got 2 Thomases.
I'm only here because I did a couple videos and I had to man up. I wasn't gonna like back down and like not show up because that's kind of weak. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. I think Torp and as I said before, Schumacher. Apologize if I said your last name wrong. You guys were supposed to do this, but I made my videos. I had to man up and take anything that comes my way because I mean,
listen. If I think I could not say anything. I could just do nothing.
Yeah.
Right? And eventually all this goes away. That's how life works, right?
No, it's not going to go away, bro.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea. The community needs answers from its top content creators.
It's not going away, bro.
You guys are funny, but okay. I could have not said anything.
We're not funny. We're being real. Look at our channels, dude. This shit has grown like a fucking chia pet. It's not going away. Don't ever say
anyway,
hold on.
Do you know why? Oh, sorry.
Do you know why it's grown? Do you know why?
No, it's not going away.
Do you know why it's grown?
Yeah, I do know why it's grown. Jeff Thomas Black and Glitch Dash. That's why it's grown, bro.
That's entertaining.
That's why you're here.
What have they done to make it be seen?
You.
Exactly. So my point is this.
And now we got the fucking stampede.
I'm telling y'all right now. I could be wrong, but I'm a man that always
the bus, dude.
Listen,
well, it's not just you, but yeah, it's all you content creators. Yeah, thanks.
God damn it, dude! You missed the bus. We are here because of you. You are here because of us.
How can
Torp,
I miss
man,
the
you gotta
bus?
calm your tits, bro.
Hey, Torp, you're gonna like this. How can I miss the bus when I'm the motherfucker driving the bus, bro?
Because we drove the bus to your house. You got on
No. I've been on the bus.
Yeah,
you guys are hanging on the sides trying to get inside the bus.
Why are you here then?
I'm here because your guys' 15 minutes is up.
No,
and I'm clearing my name.
We got hours to go.
No,
Pedro.
If you guys are riding the dick of Jeffrey Thomas Black, you guys already failed. I'm sorry.
Darth BetonYou, can I ask you a few more questions really quick, and then roll.
Fucking point.
If that's your debut, you guys are fucked.
Please let Thomas.
He's gonna cut us off, bro. He's gonna cut us off. He can't handle it.
Torp, let Thomas talk.
Yeah.
Please let me just ask
zero value.
Let me just ask a few more questions that I felt are pertinent to this conversation, if that's all right.
Please do. Yes.
Can you tell me anything pertinent about Bentley Coupe that the community doesn't already know? The guy is kind of unreachable, and we are kind of wondering does he know about this glitch?
I have no idea.
Does he work for the corporation? Is he under an NDA?
I have no idea. No clue. Me and him had zero conversations about that kind of stuff.
Somebody should probably have a conversation with him about that. We're going to be wondering about that soon.
I think you guys are going to waste a lot of time. I hope you get what you want out of this, but I think you're going to waste a lot of time where you could be making money. But that's my thought process on that. But,
well, I mean,
and I think that's a fair.
I don't know, man.
Looks like, Pedro.
You haven't seen my videos, so
yeah,
you haven't watched any of my videos, right?
They're about to pop.
No, I've seen a couple. That's why you're here. I've seen a couple.
Oh, okay.
You got my attention, and I don't care if you have 1 subscriber or 1 million. If somebody's going to call me out, I'm going to man up and say, "Come on the show. What's your proof? You got questions? I got a timeline. It's all recorded on YouTube."
Pedro, all he asks is keep it real.
Well, like I said, all the proof is like you can like look at the video I was talking about, the beginning of the end of DoorDash. That's a good place to start. But you know what I mean? It's like we didn't bring the video for us to sit here and watch and react together. So no.
Yeah, we're not going to do that. Thomas, I would challenge you to say this, and you could email me. We could talk privately. I would challenge you to watch. And this, I know you guys are going to like this because it's coming from me. You need to be careful who you're getting your information from and your sources and your resources.
That's
well, now that our content creators of the community are finally coming forward to speak, we can get it from the correct people then. So thank you for coming.
Let me ask you a question.
Coming to your senses, you know.
Is there any question that I haven't answered fully, or you think that I am dodging? Is there anything I can be more clear about? Because this is important for me.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that my subscribers understand that. And Jeffrey Thomas Black, I'm going to reference him because he was on a podcast and he told people I was lying about my earnings and manipulating my subscribers. And I asked him, why don't you come on a show and let's talk about it? And he denied me. This was months ago before all this glitch shit. So when I see somebody slander my name, I'm going to protect myself all the time.
Well, okay. It sounds maybe like you're a little bit confused about like how like slander works, but that's okay. We can talk about that later.
Hold on. So you're telling me if somebody goes in a public forum and says Pedro DoorDash Santiago lies to his community about his money and can't provide proof, that's not slander?
That's not what he
said. Torp. That's not what he said.
No,
Torp,
it's not.
Torp, it's on an audio podcast. You're wrong. You guys need to do your research. I'm telling you.
Torp,
we already know.
Listen,
we listen to Jeff Thomas Black. You don't.
Torp, I'm challenging you as an individual to listen to an audio podcast. He said it. I can send you a link privately. He said that multiple times in what is almost a 2-hour podcast. He lied on my name, and I called him out, and he still, to this point, will never come face me face to face because he's a coward.
I watched the video, dude. I don't know what the fuck.
It's not on a video, Torp. It's on an audio podcast. This is before all the glitch stuff.
Video, by the way. Did you not pay attention in class?
You're not listening, Torp. You're not listening.
It's on a video, Pedro.
Hey, I'm gonna bounce. I'm about to bounce. Let me say this, Pedro. I appreciate you doing this little debate in this way because here's the thing I want to say. You could have took us all to court. You could take everybody to court. Definition of character.
I know that.
And these people, and you did it. You did it in this way, which I respect. And I don't know if y'all realize that. Like, it takes a lot to he didn't bring nobody else up. He handled it on his own. So I mean, I'm gonna give respect to that. And like I said, I have no issues with you. It's just more so on the people that are jumping on your back that I don't feel should be promoted. That's a whole other conversation. But that's all I got.
I get what you're saying. I appreciate you coming on and giving me any amount of your time on Sunday. I don't want to.
I appreciate you definitely.
But I you had topics, you had questions, so this was a place I wanted people to have those questions answered. I appreciate you coming on.
Yep. So I appreciate you. Thanks for your time. I'm out.
Thanks.
Nice meeting you, guy.
Peace, y'all.
So we have UDM with us. I want to give UDM the floor to talk a little bit. Thank you, UDM.
Hello, UDM.
Hey, everybody. I hear feedback.
Yeah.
If you're not talking, please mute.
Yeah, if you guys can mute yourself for a minute, I think UDM might have some perspective on this, possibly. I'm sure he does.
I kind of do. First off, I gotta say what's up, Pedro.
What's up, man? Thank you. Thanks for coming
on. I've been watching since the start of the live stream, and no disrespect to anyone here, but I haven't heard any valid questions to really get some answers out of Pedro to okay, so I'm coming from a perspective of a content creator in this space where I have been one of those names that has been tagged, and I'm like, wait, I was gone 3 months. I come back. I don't know. What's this? What is this going on? Right. And seeing this thing about a glitch that even I knew about, and to hear you, Pedro, say the thing that we always live by, this bro code, right? If you know something and your brother says, hey, don't tell anybody. I gave you this information. Don't tell anybody, right? Why would you break that bro code? But at the same time, I'm hearing brothers on the other side that's saying, hey, we here, we support you. and we want to, why didn't you give it to us? But then you're torn between a rock and a hard place.
It's really
It's a
not
hard
what this is about, guys. It's really not. You're missing the point here.
Let UDM finish.
I mean, I've been listening to everyone on this panel for the entire time this live has been going. Glitch Dash, I understand you feel some type of way about the point, but at the same time, you got to be able to at least digest what's being said versus just looking at things just your way and not hearing everyone else's opinions about it, right? So it's like I have been watching this entire time and the receipts, right, Pedro?
I've tried to give some video evidence of things, my
Right.
acceptance rate. These are all things on YouTube. Still.
And
Yeah.
I've watched you defend every point that was brought to you, right? To try to, whatever case that they had against
Just
you.
offer clarity. Yep.
And I commend you for just opening up the platform. I just got to give you your flowers because it is tough being in the position of a content creator that drivers watch and they get information from, and then something that might work for one, it doesn't work for another, and then the others that might get upset, they try to bash you.
And you know about that. You've been dealing with that.
So I just got to give you your flowers first, okay, for dealing with this for like the last hour and a half or however long it's been. All right. So I knew about the glitch, but like Pedro said, I don't want to be responsible for you possibly getting your account deactivated for doing something that would hinder you from making any money. This might be your only source of income as an influencer, Glitch Dash and Torp and whoever else that is coming after Pedro. This is not me here to defend Pedro. I've listened for the last hour and a half, like I said, and I haven't seen any evidence that make Pedro guilty. Pedro is his brother's keeper, right? He looked out for his brother by not. This person keeps turning their mute off and I keep getting feedback, right? I don't know who that is.
Go ahead,
right?
UDM. You're good.
But I don't want to take too long to say all of this, right? Glitch Dash, obviously you feel some type of way about this whole thing, right? As an influencer, we have to be mindful of what we do and say because we're influencing the entire audience, not just you, Glitch Dash, not just you, Torp, not just all the people that are upset about not knowing about something that someone is benefiting from. I understand how you feel, but at the same time, you can't really understand what it's like being in the position of just someone that has so much influence that they have to be mindful of everything that they do and say on camera. I understand how y'all feel. You're upset about not knowing about something or being led down the wrong path or whatever it is, right? And those are feelings, and feelings are valid, right? Whatever that is. I have said it on my channel multiple times. I think I've heard Pedro say it time and time again. You run it like a business. And in business, there is no emotion. You got to get your money. How are you going to get your money if all of you are on here at 11:23 p.m. trying to make Pedro seem like he's trying to hinder you from getting your money?
Yeah. Good point.
To me, I'm not going to say that feelings aren't valid. Feelings are valid, right? However you feel, they're valid for the reasons that you feel them. But at the same time, you're not getting your money because you're on here live with Pedro trying to prove a point. And I listened for the last hour and a half and I don't hear the point. Pedro and I had a legitimate issue at once upon a time. And as men, We hashed it out.
Yep.
And I'm not Pedro's best friend. He's not my best friend, but I gotta give him his flowers because I've watched this entire stream. So I don't want to talk much longer. If you guys have a rebuttal for what I'm saying, please, because I've watched. I've been sitting on the sideline just watching, and I haven't heard anything.
I'm gonna unmute him, UDM. Thank you for saying that. If UDM, listen, I think you guys need to understand. If UDM is gonna come on here, he hasn't been on my live in ever, maybe. I've been on his, but for him to say that, I think that should show you guys in the community a lot. I think that
this is why I'll never
more
be on
volumes.
the Pedro, man. You mute me one more fucking time, this shit's done. I got a fucking channel that speaks volumes. UDM says what he said. He ain't wrong, but he also ain't right.
Hey,
When
Torp,
you
I can
fucking
mute.
lie to people, dude,
I could
and
mute
you fucking
anybody
get off
on my
it and
channel
you get
that I
paid
want.
for it,
I
I'm not
mute you
about
guys
that.
because there's background noise, and I
Oh,
want
fuck you,
UDM's
dude.
voice to be
Keep
heard.
unmuting me, dude. Freedom of
See ya.
speech.
You're out of here. You're out of here, dude. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna mute people so UDM can talk. And you guys, like Torp is showing his ass. So if you follow that individual, you guys, this is a record on YouTube. I came on here as a man to try to talk. Thomas Schubeck-Industries and Dennis did that. Torp has not done that enough. And I can mute anybody if I want UDM's words to be heard. Thomas, if you have some questions, you could go ahead.
You know, at this point, we're just, you know, like we're just trying to get to the bottom of what happened. You know, what's going on, and if UDM says he hasn't heard or seen anything, then like all I can say is there's a really good chance he's not stopped by Jeff Thomas Black's channel and saw the video, the beginning of the end of DoorDash. You know, so that's pretty much where like all this starts. You know, like for anybody that has not seen that video, like you really can't weigh in about what we're talking about right now until you've seen that video. Until then, like you don't have like the full like scope of like what, like you don't have a full understanding of like why certain people in this community feel the way they do. But just the last question.
Fair.
Oh,
that's fair. If you think I should watch it, I will watch it. But I want to ask you a question, and then UDM could get in, and maybe Driven Dad. Thomas, so did you feel like you got any clarity from me tonight on the questions that you asked, the timestamp of my videos with video evidence of my acceptance rate at that time before I knew about the glitch? And I also want to make something clear. I'm not saying I ever used the glitch. Now, technically,
you've never used it?
No, listen, technically I had to test it, but I do not use it. I'm not sitting in my basement using the glitch the way I've seen you do on your videos. When I go out the dash, I don't use it. And that's not my acceptance rate, guys, has already been high. That's been documented on my videos. I reset my AR back in November, and I get Dash now recently from my shop and pay priority. And I've shown that in so many videos. So I don't have the benefit of doing it. If I did, it'd be 100%, right? It'd be 90, 100%, like whatever. Like it's not
maybe it might just be like in the top dasher like range, you know, like I don't know. Sure. Some people just like use it differently, but
like, I also have said many times I don't see as much trash because I'm in a diamond zone and I start my day mostly. I went live the other day. I think you did a reaction to this. I went live and my first order was $33. $33, and I showed every order that I got that day. No edits, no cuts. So I don't know what else you guys want me to do. So I mean,
I just want to put it out there. Like I understand that, like, you know what I mean, like you're like an actual gig worker. Like you know what I mean, like there's like a distinction that's like going to be like made, like there's like a line that's going to be drawn for a lot of people very soon. But like I see your live streams and like I see you doing the work. So like I understand that like you're engaged in the work. So like I just want to make that clear. Like I don't think you're like one of these like fake channels. You know, it's just a question. It's just go ahead.
I would hope not. Yeah, I make a video every day. I don't want to. I do want to say this. I am working more now because I'm not monetized on YouTube than I have before, but that's because I got to do what I got to do. I feel you. Yeah. I only want to work about 20 hours a week with DoorDash. I don't want to do this. Isn't my long-term goal, but I'll put in 40 hours. I hear you. I'll put in 40 if I need to because there's value and I can still make money. But I don't know. I think maybe UDM has something he wants to chime in on.
Yeah. I've been watching videos. I'm speaking to you, Glitch Dash. I lurk a lot. I watched a lot of your short clip videos.
Thomas, can you mute?
I watched the Jeff Thomas Black. Remember, Thomas, I put your comment on my video, which led to me getting bombarded with a crap ton of threats, a crap ton of all kind of stuff. Okay. That was your comment that you post everywhere I posted something, a video, a community tab post. I was like, why is Thomas posting this doggone thing that has nothing to do with my comment or my post? Why is he posting this on you know what? Let me watch this video. I watched the video. The beginning of the end of DoorDash. Before all of that, what you don't know, Thomas, is they reached out to me about the author that was writing a book called Full Dash Closure. This was a while ago and was asking me to read the book. So what I'm probably mentioning, you don't even know about. But what I'm getting at is I knew more about what was going on behind the scenes without you even knowing that I watched and I've been involved. Even my 3-month hiatus, I've been around watching to see how I'm going to return back to doing videos on my channel after being gone for 3 months. And then when I came back, my first few videos, when I was saying my first day as a platinum dasher,
you got a lot of heat, didn't you?
I got a lot of heat
because you're doing something and you're adapting and you're trying different stuff. People hate. It's crazy, right?
But a friend of mine told me there was all this beef going on that I didn't know about. And then all of a sudden, here I am now promoting Platinum Dasher, the tier system. And I'm like, wait, but I'm showing my screenshots. I'm like, how did I get involved in this, Thomas? And you were posting your comment everywhere on my channel, everywhere I posted something. So I'm like, okay, you want to be heard. I reached out to you. I don't even, I felt like you deleted my comment. I said, I would like to talk to you. You never responded. You never got back to me. You never sent me an email, nothing. So I'm like, I wanted to get to the bottom of this entire glitch thing because I wanted to hear it from your perspective. And like I said, I haven't even been on a Pedro live stream. Okay.
No.
It's a shame, Pedro, brother.
It is.
Listen,
You're right.
We hashed it out, and I want people to know that we really did, right?
Yeah. And both of us, I haven't done anything. I haven't said, I don't go, no trouble. Like I watch from afar. I'm like, he's doing this thing. We're more similar than we are disalike. Like you're doing the same thing for your family. You're adapting. You make content. You try to show drivers a different way of looking at shit. I try to do that too, and we get heat for it, and that's fine. It comes with the territory.
It comes with the territory.
I wanted, okay, you guys are gonna show me. I need proof because I got mine, and then people don't even show up. So they make videos.
Proof, man. You're putting the cart before the horse when you're asking for proof, man. Like this is like I've said in previous videos. Like this is part of like a fact finding expedition. Like this is called like discovery of evidence. Like this is like a process. It usually takes like 30 to 60 days. But like because we're in uncharted territories, because this is the gig industry. Like it's there's really no telling like how long it's gonna take. But like it's gonna take some time to fully uncover like all like the pertinent information. But
what is the outcome that you want to achieve, Thomas?
I just wanted to ask one question, and I just wanted to move on to my statements on behalf of the community, and then I was just gonna stick around and let you guys punk on me if you wanted for a minute,
Nobody's punking on you, man. But no, what do you want to achieve by doing? What is your end goal?
Yeah, well, let me just really quick, just to wrap up the questions. I want to ask both of you guys, who do you think is responsible for this?
I have no idea.
Okay, who do I think is responsible for it? I don't have any factual idea either, but
is that the Dreaded Dad? Is he here too?
I'm assuming that you feel.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm assuming that you feel it has something to do with the company.
Yeah, for sure. But the question is, does it end there?
I got a question for you.
Okay.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Are you trying to start a movement and you want people to follow along, like this movement that you're creating about this glitch that seems to be hindering you from making money?
You know, I guess I wouldn't have used the word movement, but I was gonna call it the gig worker community. I'm sorry, the gig worker community advocacy.
Okay. So you call I call it a movement. You call it the gig worker. What?
Gig worker community advocacy.
Okay.
I mean, I just threw it out.
All
Go
right.
ahead,
So
Ian.
so
I'm
you're
going to mute him as you ask the question because there's a lot of background. So if you want to ask
all
him,
right.
then I'll go on.
So it sounds like to me he is trying to start a movement or something where he feels he can advocate for drivers like himself. Yes.
Yeah, there's going to be some changes around here if you want to. I don't know if you want to put it that way. I don't know. I wouldn't call it a movement yet, but you know what I mean? Like there's definitely been just like a lot of like bullshit and just like you know, like
Okay.
basically fraud being committed in this GigTube space, and like you know, now that I'm here and like, you know what I mean, now that this has happened, like there's just going to be like some changes going forward, but yeah, that was my last question. But
Thomas, has Pedro DoorDash Santiago committed fraud on YouTube?
I don't know. That remains to be seen, man. We have to requisition. We're gonna have to requisition everybody's data.
Okay. Good luck with that. But all right.
Well, I just wanted to put out the statements here really quick. Let's see. These are facts. Organized, widespread fraud has been committed against the drivers of this community, and that retribution will be sought, up to and including, but not limited to, collective punitive damages. And then also, this glitch will be spread nonstop until it's either fixed or everybody in the world has it. And the last thing is that from now on, any content creator that cannot prove that they are a gig worker is content fodder for my channel in perpetuity.
So
Okay.
you're the judge in this situation. Is that correct?
No, I speak for the community. I'm the town crier, if you will. You know, if you look at the board, that's my role. I'm just here to make sure that everybody knows what happened, and you know, like I'm not really the jury. I'm really just like the advocate, you know, like the advocate for the community, you know. Like I guess you could look at me as like the lawyer, I guess. I don't know if you want to, like, for all intents and purposes.
Okay.
You know, but
And this is a very
the judge
question.
is the judge is actually the community itself, you know.
I have a very direct question, Glitch. Who appointed you into that position?
I'm just stepping up for now. You know, if there's like somebody else is nominated and chosen, then that's fine. But for right now, there's not a active voice for the people that need it in this community. And for right now, that's going to be me. And so people can stop by my channel and they can, you know what I mean, take it or leave it, either agree with it or not. But for right now, the appropriate retractions will be issued. But like, just understand that like this is not over. All right. So.
Yeah, that's fine. I do want to say, I've done everything I can. I could do more. I do not, and I won't stand by. Like tomorrow when I wake up, I say I'm done. But if I continue to see misinformation from anybody without factual evidence, it could be bad for some of you gentlemen, because I'm not gonna have my name and my brand on YouTube slandered without proof.
Yeah, I completely understand how you feel, okay. But that's, you know, like I said, you're a little confused. Like there's a little like, you know, when it comes to like slander, like you guys, like you know, you have to like understand that like there's a problem with like having to prove intent, you know. So the point is,
I think between the two of us, you're more confused now than I am. Would you agree with that?
Am I more confused about the law right now?
I think between the two of us, who do you think is more confused in this moment right now? Who do you think has more information, you or I?
About what?
About slander, about YouTube defamation, information, facts, all the things. Who do you think right now is more?
Yeah, I don't know. You're trying to insinuate that you have more like experience on YouTube. So like this is not like, you know what I mean, like this is not your first time around the block. So like you understand like the nuances. Yeah, you've got me there. You have me beyond experience.
Not YouTube. I'm talking. Do you think if you and Jeff Thomas and Tor or whoever else continue to say that I am lying to my community and I am committing fraud, you think that is going to, do you think that's going to end well for you guys in the long run if you can't prove it?
Well, the reason I say it is because that's what I believe. So, I mean, like I said, after tonight, you know, now that we have your, you know, like we have a conversation from you, you know, we have like a little bit of transparency for the community. We'll issue the appropriate retractions for now. Is that fair?
You can do whatever you want. I want to challenge you that when you're talking, you should say this is my opinion versus saying it's a fact or saying that UDM and Pedro and Tony and Bentley are frauds and they're lying to their communities. Those are strong statements.
Yeah, you're like
when you present
you're
them,
like oversimplification, man. I don't know.
That's what you guys say. That's not. I'm using your words against you.
No, I never called any of those people you said a fraud.
You said Bentley was a fraud tonight. You just said it tonight.
Oh, he definitely is. He's a corporation plant.
And so you literally just didn't listen to what I said. You said you didn't call anybody fraud. I said you called Bentley fraud. Then you retracted.
Yeah, sorry. I was thinking about somebody else you said off the top of my head. Sorry.
Have you called me a fraud in one of your videos?
Yes, I have.
Okay. So if you say that tomorrow, you're gonna have issues, is what I'm telling you.
I mean, if I say that tomorrow and it's what I believe, then I don't know. It is what it is. But
so
like
you have
right
to
now,
say that's your opinion. You cannot say it as a fact without having evidence. If you have evidence, put it on YouTube, please. If you have evidence of my phone records, of any of the videos that I referenced, if you feel like something doesn't add up, please YouTube is great. You can do whatever you want. It's freedom of speech, but you have to be able to back it up, is what I'm telling you. That's what tonight was about. And I appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, well, like I said, the appropriate retractions will be issued for now, and you know, like if it's all the same, like, is it okay if we like use AI search powered, you know, AI powered search tools to take a look at your content?
All my I've only deleted one video on my channel, and it was a video.
Okay.
I've deleted one video. Every video stands on my channel. I gave you guys timestamps and dates of those videos tonight. You guys can look at any of my catalog. Absolutely.
So yeah, to answer your question, I think we've moved in like a really, really important like first step in the right direction, you know, because there's been like multiple days where this community feels like they just like have not been able to get the answers they want, you know. That's not just me saying that. Like people have came by, and like plenty of people feel the exact same way, you know.
I think you have to use the word community loose. You're talking about 20 to 30 individuals, Thomas. You realize that, right?
I don't know, man. I haven't been able to really take a close look at the analytics, but I mean, I've gotten 10,000 views in the last week, so it is what it is.
But I watched one of yours, and UDM might have watched, and that doesn't mean that we're part of the community that believes what you believe. You've got about 20 to 30 people, by my best guess. And I want you guys to achieve, if you feel like there's some kind of fraud going on,
that's your best guess, bro. Whatever, man.
It is my best guess.
That's fine.
I think it's pretty
That's
accurate.
fine, man.
But if you think there's fraud going on, I want you to be very clear that, hey, go after the fraud if you think it's there. But you need to come with facts. And you guys came with zero information tonight.
I've already said that, like, the information that is based on is already like available, and you could go view it. And it's also based on like
the person that you are teaming up with didn't even show up tonight. That should tell you a lot, Thomas. So I'm just good luck, but it's not going to look good for you. That's my opinion. I could be wrong. The person you're referencing isn't even here, but he's in the chat.
Everybody who didn't show up here tonight reflects bad on me. Is that right?
No. You're choosing to align with them. They're in the chat. They don't even have your back right now, bro.
99 point. Man, I mean, look, who cares who's in the chat, man? But like 99.9% of people are not going to be able to get on video and like face anybody, because it's just most people aren't like willing to do this, you know. It's not that big of a deal, you know.
So hold on. No. You guys make it a big deal by making 5-hour lives and podcasts. But you guys started this, so don't tell me it's not a big deal. And then when I give you the platform, you pussy out. You guys aren't making any logical sense.
How did I pussy out, bro? I'm here.
No,
we're talking.
You're here. I'm referencing the gentleman that you're riding with. They're not with you. They don't have your back.
We're not riding together, man. It's like a community effort. There's multiple people involved, you know.
Yeah, a community effort of you, Torp, and Dennis.
Anyway,
good luck.
Anyway,
good luck.
There's a couple of things here I just wanted to read really quick before we wrap it up. The gig worker community advocacy intends to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that the company designed this glitch to bestow upon a select few as a reward for tricking the community at large into taking bad orders by way of attempting to achieve top dasher status. Also, multiple top content creators of this community were fully aware and are fully aware of everything that's happening or that has happened, at least to a significant extent. Degrees of complicity will be determined at a later time. Anybody who used this glitch and how many times and when they used it, that is also something that we intend to prove. And then whoever promoted Top Dasher or high acceptance rate, commercially or otherwise, while secretly using this glitch, will be held accountable. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you. So
I do appreciate you coming on.
So can I ask him a quick question?
Yeah, go ahead.
So does that include you, since you know of the glitch and how to use the glitch?
Does what include me?
Everything you just stated. I can't repeat it verbatim. If you wish to repeat it.
You're using the glitch right now, and I'm not.
Yeah.
But I'm the fraud. Right. I'm not using it, but you're using it.
No, I'm covered under covered under whistleblower laws.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know about that.
Well, that's just my answer. So
no, that's
we can revisit it later if you
yeah,
want. You know,
I'm ignorant to that. I don't know the law in that way,
well,
so I can't. But the irony is you're using it and I'm not. You understand? That's ironic, right?
Not really, because I'm using it to like expose it. You know, I'm using it because I want to end the glitch. I want everybody to be on a completely fair playing field. Nobody in the world should be able to use this glitch. Either everybody should have full access to it, widespread all over the place, or nobody in the world should have it. Not just like a select group of people.
That's not how glitches work. Do you not know like the whole meaning of what a glitch is?
That's not how scams work, right?
Glitches aren't made of it. I don't.
This is not just any glitch, bro. This is not just any glitch. This makes it so you can just cherry pick at 100%. You get top priority orders, and you never have to take a penalty. Like, it's awesome. Okay. So I don't know, man. It's not the same as any glitch, bro.
Let me ask you this. Can I ask you a question now?
Sure.
Since you're throwing around all these legal words and all that stuff, right? How do you feel about your comment causing me to receive threats?
And Welty as well. Welty's here, and welcome Welty and Yost Malone. Welty by somebody that you, DoorDash sucks. I think you guys are buddies, right? On YouTube at least, right? So he tried to embezzle a young man. You guys, and I give you guys the platform and they don't show up. You guys, if your 15 minutes is almost up. I hate to be cocky, but I am, and I'm calling it now. You guys have you guys are the ones perpetrating fraud and scams, not us as content creators. You guys are trying to embezzle individuals, be bullies, and give out misinformation and say it's true. You guys are the ones that are the issues, not us.
So I would really love that response, Thomas. Your comment caused me to get threats. I have screenshots of these threatening messages because of your comments. So I would really like to know, with all this legal stuff you're throwing around, how do you respond to me, content creator that you have categorized on your whiteboard, that shared your comment in my video, your comment in my video, that caused me to receive threatening messages on my Discord, caused me to discontinue my Discord, which was a place of positivity where people shared the earnings that they made, the stuff that they were proud of, which is what I back. People going out here to get their money. It caused me to shut that down, and it affected the community of drivers that watch my channel because of your comment. So how do you respond to that with all that legal stuff you throwing around? How do you respond to that? Since you're so caught up in how you feel and the advocacy, and I don't want to call your company's name wrong. I apologize if I say it wrong, but
you just call me Glitch Dash.
You know your name.
But
how do you respond?
The threats, man. I don't know who they're coming from or what the nature of them is, but just from my perspective, man, like, I don't really take internet threats seriously. It's like, this is YouTube, bro. Like, I don't know, like, people, like, when you get like any kind of popularity, like, people are gonna like give you like some kind of hate for some reason, and you know, if anybody watches the like content, you know, like actually takes in the context of like the videos and like what I'm saying, like the commentary, like I've already cleared your name, bro. Like anybody who's like still like attacking you, like that, like the, you know, like I've already put your name on the like you know, deposition given list, and like, you know
So
what I mean? I
does
don't know.
that list makes it official that UDM is a no go? Like don't touch UDM because you said it.
Oh, it's just because we have to move on to the next person to obtain information.
Who is we when I only see you in my comment section posting that same comment to the video?
Which comment?
The comment I shared in the video that caused me to get threats.
I mean, I don't know, man. Like that's they're internet threats. I don't know, man. Like unless they're like they're people that you know in your local area, that's not like they can follow through on them. So, you know, I'm sorry that happened to you, but you know, like I've said, if you take in the context of the videos and like what I've said, the like, you know what I mean, like the people that are like sending you threats, like that's
Who is
kind
we?
of like
That's
who's
what
we
I
what?
asked you. You said
The community
we.
at large.
You saying we? Like who is
The
we?
community at large.
Any names?
Just all of the people that come by to this page, to this channel, and they agree with what I'm saying.
Thomas, give me 5 names. I'll give you $100 right now. Give me 5 names. Name 5 people.
5 names of people who come by my channel and watch
right now. 5 names.
I don't know. Have any of you guys ever seen any of my videos?
5 names. Not hard. I can give you 5 right now. Give me 5 names in your community. Go. 5. $100 right now.
I don't know. Let me see.
No. You should know them. 5 names, dude. You got 5. Come on. I'll give you.
I don't know. DoorDash sucks. Jeff Thomas Black.
They're not here.
Okay.
2 more.
They're not here. They're not here. What do you mean?
Well,
they're not here in the live chat.
Give me 5. Give me. Got 2 more. You got 2 more. I'll give you $100.
People that are here right now that are like in my corner. Or?
You mentioned a community, and your community is not even with you right now, bro.
I imagine some of them are in the chat watching.
Thomas,
I don't know.
I actually got a lot of respect for you, bro. Like do you understand you have UDM here talking?
I really doubt that, man. I really doubt that.
No.
Drop that on you. I don't think you have any respect for me at all, dude. I think you look at me as a pleb, and you know, like this is like you look at me as just like kind of like a waste of your time. You always have, bro.
So
you know, let
me finish. You have UDM here. First time he's ever been on my channel with the history that we have. You got my attention.
I don't know what your history is, man, but whatever. I mean,
listen, let me talk, dude. Listen, when I say you have my respect, what I'm saying is you got UDM's attention and my attention. Those are 2 pretty prominent people in this space. Okay. So I give you respect for that. That deserves respect. I invited you on because I wanted to hear your perspective. I wanted to see and answer your questions. I don't do that for just anybody. I ignore most things. Okay. So I give you respect in that regard, but I did expect you to at least come better prepared. And I expected your boys to be with you so that we could have had a better conversation.
Well, I'm sorry for the other people being absent, but you know, like I just came prepared here to just you know, say what I had to say, and you know, like hear what information you had to provide, and you know, I don't know.
I thought you did. I thought you did okay, but I think you needed.
I thought we had a. What's that?
I thought you did okay, and I hope you felt like I answered your questions fairly. But I think you should have had, and you should be a little let down by Jeffrey Thomas Black and Brian from DoorDash Sucks.
Well, I'll be honest. I'll be honest, man. I wish you and me could have had a one-on-one tonight, but I mean, I think we made some progress here for the, like I said, the community at large. So.
Remember I said earlier, I didn't just jump in on the live stream, Thomas.
Okay.
I said that I sat and I watched for like an hour and a half trying to understand your side. Remember, I also said I reached out to you before this live was even created and you never responded.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for missing that, man. I didn't mean to.
It's fine. But remember, every effort that I made to hear from your perspective, and then I joined the live stream an hour and a half later. I'm not saying, remember I said earlier as well, feelings are valid, right? Whatever you're feeling emotionally, you have a reason to feel the way that you feel. But at the same time, like, you got to be able to understand that if I don't understand your take or your reasoning or your argument, something and many others. It's not just I'm not jumping on the Pedro bandwagon. I'm talking to you. And I really joined the live because I wanted to speak to you, not to Pedro, because I wanted to hear it from your perspective. I hear that you cleared my name. I hear all of that stuff. But at the same time, brother, I'm just trying to understand the argument that you feel you have when I sat and listened for an hour and a half. And it's like you're kind of like brushing it off and saying, "Oh, well, if you don't understand,
Well,
we understand."
yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm just, I just want to say, like, I'm not trying to brush it off. Like, I'm kind of like most of the reason that I came here tonight was like, gather information. But like, I can, you know what I mean? Like, I can make the case, for like why the glitch is a bad thing and like why it's like problematic and why it has to end. Is that what you're asking?
Well, that's not what I was asking you, but do you know how many glitches there have been on the DoorDash platform?
No, how many?
A lot.
Have any of them like been able to like circumvent the Top Dasher rewards program and like, you know what I mean? It's like the people that are using this glitch are gaming the system, and it's like messing up the system for like the people that don't know about the glitch.
How are you making less?
Yeah, because the people using the glitch are getting all the good orders, and it lets you cherry pick at 100%.
So let me ask you: are you multi-apping?
Yeah.
You hesitated there, Thomas.
Well, I don't really like run like multiple apps at the same time, but like I'm on multiple apps, and then like, you know what I mean, I'll switch on the apps, and then like I'll get an order, and then like I'll like switch off, and like, you know what I mean, like true multi-apping, I only do that like when it's only like certain circumstances, when it's like late at night and like the orders are like right next to each other and there's no traffic. And mostly like as far as multi-apping goes, like you know what I mean, like I'm on multiple apps, but I just like accept one order and then like I'll turn off the other apps and take that order, and you know what I mean? It's like kind of like halfway multi-apping.
So are you saying you're making less even if you're signed up for multiple apps, you're making less because you're refusing to multi-app to make more, even though DoorDash throttles all of us, even us content creators?
I'm sorry. I don't think I'm quite following.
You're saying you're making less.
Yeah. That's the case that's like going to be made, is that the people that don't know about the glitch that went for Top Dasher lost money because of the glitch.
No. You're going to the glitch. Let's stay on topic.
Okay.
Are you making less?
Am I making less?
Yes.
Because of the glitch? Am I making less than what, man? Like, help me out here.
Are you making less money as a gig worker?
Then what? Like, I'm not making it shit right now. My market's dead, bro. Am I making less money than what?
There's no then. Are you making okay? All right. Let me add a then to it, so you can be comfortable in this question that I'm asking. All right. Are you making less than you were last year?
Sure. Yeah. For the sake of argument, I'll say yes. I don't really know where this is going, but
you don't know where this is going. I do.
All right.
That's what I'm asking, right? So if you're making less than you were making last year, you know, a lot of us have been making less than we were making last year. You know, the base pay got cut. You know that DoorDash implemented new programs. You know, the summer slowdown. All these videos are evidence of people not making much. You know that, right? You want to put it on the glitch, but the glitch has been a thing, from what I've heard,
for a while,
for
right?
years. But you're putting it on the glitch right now, saying the glitch caused me to make less money. No. All of us are making less. How about I say, when you became a dasher, I started making less? No. There's enough food and money for everybody to make. but you are so focused on the glitch. It's not even just the glitch. What are you talking about? It's how many more dashers are on the road and the knowledge you have of your market that's going to keep you above those other dashers that's on the road. I've even found out that DoorDash is prioritizing dashers that are new to the platform. I don't have factual evidence of that just yet to show and prove that, but I've had tons of conversations with new dashers. It's the summertime. We just getting out of summer. The summertime. You know who's on the road? I found out today that there's a business owner that makes 6 figures and dashes on the side when his business closes at 5. Why you dashing when you're making 5 figures, 6 figures? But guess what? That's the popularity of DoorDash has caused us to be in this tier system that is going to be released. But is you making less money is not just a you problem, Thomas. It's an everybody problem, and we all got to figure it out. You know how many apps I have? I have a crap ton of apps. I probably have more.
He's got too many.
I have a crap ton of apps. And why do I have that? I have that to make sure that if I can't get it on DoorDash today, I'm going to get it on Uber. If I can't get it on food delivery, I get it on catering. If I can't get it on catering, I get it on package delivery. I get it wherever I can. So it seemed like you're just so focused on the glitch, and you're saying it's the glitch that's causing me to make less money. But you're failing to realize we're all making less money. It's just about how much hustle we got to go and get it the way that we know how. That's it. And if Pedro's in a decent market and I'm in a decent market, but you're in a not so decent market, is it really our fault? How large is your market? About what's the population like? How many people are you serving? Is he muted?
No, he's not.
I can't hear.
He's not muted.
Okay, I don't know what happened.
Thomas, maybe let me see. No, he's not. He's not muted. Maybe he lost the signal. But I think UDM is bringing up a lot of great points. And if you can't answer some of the questions that UDM is bringing up, that kind of shows that there's a different issue, right? Like we should be knowing our markets, adapting, trying different apps. A lot of us give DoorDash way too much credit, and we're looking at this glitch like, oh, that's how I get top dasher. How many times do we need to tell you there's other ways so you can get Dash Now? The only benefit of Top Dasher is Dash Now. That's been like that for like 9 months or maybe almost a year. So like if you do 2 shop and pay orders a day, you could get Dash Now the following week. I've shown people that. Other people have done that. Like there's multiple ways to get Dash Now. So to say that a glitch or something is cheating people out of Dash Now that's actually misinformation. It's literally horrible information to give the community, because that's not the only way to get Dash Now is to have 70% AR. It's not. And that's been proven by many people, even people that create content. So we have to understand it's our responsibility to figure out what people are willing to pay us to do and how to work these apps and figure out what programs you want to be a part of. It's not a content creator's responsibility. It's not really even, in my opinion, the gig app's responsibility. It's on us. And, Welty, welcome, man. You want to chime in? Can you add some value to the convo? What do you got on your mind?
How's it going, guys? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you giving me the floor, because I see some people in the chat. Who's the 15-year-old? So it's Welty. It's Welty. Rhymes with Welty. Rhymes with wealthy, if you can't pronounce it, because a couple of Thomas's goons didn't know how to pronounce it. So let me pull something up real quick, because that's...
Yeah, sorry about the mispronunciation, bro.
No, you're good, man. That's 30 ready to go at any moment. So anytime that one of the goons tries to come and extort me,
no, man, that's not gonna happen, dude.
Hey, listen, you've got to come and ask for at least 5 figures when you're talking to me, okay?
Hey, only if you're gonna open up that OnlyFans, bro. We want to see some cheeks.
It's a 5-figure floor when it comes to me, okay? Second statement. You keep referring to the community. Ginger Santa Claus does not speak for me. I don't know about anybody else. Just
That's
not
fine,
me.
man. That's fine.
Third statement. We got somebody else tried to come up here and say something too. His name was the Driven Dad. Okay. There's two types of people in life, and they're on here tonight because Pedro's one of these people as well. There's people who are going to find out about something and literally refer to themselves as the town crier. That's feminine energy. That's crazy to me. I'm never going to call myself a town crier. And then there's somebody like the Driven Dad who also found out about the same glitch and turned the idea not into something to cry about, but something to monetize off of. He's got merch out. It's really good.
Yeah.
Well, check it out.
I second that. I actually bought one of those shirts.
I'm not done. He sold some shirts and he's going to sell some more because I'm going to buy some with some of that 30 grand that you just stared at. So there's that. My last thing, since I'm glad we can hear you, because I was really concerned you weren't going to be able to answer this question. I asked you this question yesterday, and your answer was, I don't know, man, followed by a bunch of nothing. You've now had 24 hours to do your research. You continue to state that those of us in the community that you have blamed for this, that there's criminal culpability. Name the specific law. Name the law that's being broken.
Like I said, because we're in uncharted territories as the gig industry, there's like a little bit of confusion as to like what exactly, like, you know what I mean? Like this is a fact-finding expedition. Like we are like in the process of painting the picture of, like, you know, like when we have all the information, we'll like fully understand like what exactly happened. But it's probably going to be some kind of like just like generally like some kind of like, you know, like law against fraud. I don't know. That's all to be decided later by a higher authority.
24 hours,
but,
no answer.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know.
No. Don't be sorry.
Just defrauding.
Hey, no. Don't be sorry for me.
We'll get there. Oh, what the heck? Can you hear me?
Be sorry for me. Be sorry for yourself, because your group has said a lot of things that are going to put. Listen, and one more question for you.
Okay.
If this stuff seriously, if we seriously get litigious with this,
okay,
who's more in trouble? The people sitting with you on this panel right now, or you and Thomas Black and Brian, based on what you know has been said on YouTube about me and what's happened to UDM, which I don't even have much information about. Who's more in trouble in court? Honestly.
Whoever's responsible for this fucking glitch.
No. So my latest video, people can go watch it with the extortion attempt.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you can come by my channel and like look at my content, but like you know what I mean? Like it's all been like retracted and like it was a mistake, but it is what it is. Like we just got to move forward. So anyway, it doesn't change anything here, but I just wanted to stick around and like let you guys fuck on me for a little while. I know you and your crew have been waiting to get a word in on me, so you know, anybody else want to chime in and have something to say for me?
I want to say this live is not about that. So if somebody, I don't want it.
Well, you know, everybody wants to like have a little fun. I know there's a lot of people mad at me, and I can understand that. You know, like my content is very incendiary. You know, it's you know, I can understand, like, there's a lot of
listen,
you know,
bro. I proceed with caution, man. Like you have to understand, you cannot just. I'm not going to use the word I've used because you don't agree with it, but I think it says a lot to where the videos that you're referencing. We should all watch this video. The guy's not even here. He's not even here. Like, how do you have no response to that, bro?
You can't lay that at my feet, bro. Like, because other people didn't show up. Like, I don't know what to tell you, man.
No. I'm asking you to have a response. I don't hold you responsible. What do you think about that?
That they didn't show up?
Yeah,
they're probably just nervous.
So he had.
I don't know. They're probably just nervous. Look at Hannibal. Look at Hannibal, bro. I made video. Like, I've made multiple videos like clowning on him, and the only response I get from Hannibal is when he's in the live chat.
Hannibal's not nervous. Hannibal don't give a fuck. I know Hannibal.
No, they're not nervous. They're cowards. Just so you know.
He doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't. Hannibal don't give. This is comedy to him. He doesn't have anything to prove to you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like,
well.
Yeah.
I don't know. seems kind of cowardly to me, but that's just a diverging opinion again. There's a lot of opinions here tonight, so that's fine.
What makes you think that we want to make fun of you?
I mean, I would. If the roles were reversed, I would want to make fun of me, you know. Why not? It's YouTube, you know, it's fun. Like, we're here for some entertainment, right?
Yeah, it's not really fun when people are being extorted, families are being harassed, and slander is being permitted. That's not fun.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of people who are out of a lot of money because of this glitch, and like I said, like these are all just diverging opinions right now, and this is all going to be like determined later. So anyway,
all right.
Does anyone else have any like questions for me? I'm gonna probably wrap it up for the night. Let you guys move on with your show.
I came to try to get in contact with you as well.
Yeah, I'm sorry for missing your messages, man. I didn't mean to. I'm really new to the space. Like you know, like as a content creator or whatever. Like I don't really even think of myself as that, but I'm just like trying to get like the hang of the like no notifications and stuff. So like I just actually realized the other day that there's like comments being held for review, and I was like, what the fuck? Like I don't want that, you know. And it's like I don't even know how to turn it off. So I'm sorry I missed your message, bro. That was my bad. I apologize.
Well, I would still like to have a conversation with you because there's no hard feelings here. But at the same time,
okay.
I mean, this is a public invitation to you, but this is more of like a off the camera, off the YouTube.
Yeah. If you want to stop by my channel, my email address is there, so I'd like us to have a conversation too.
Where is it? In the description?
Yeah, at the bottom of the description. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll be reaching out.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Sorry for missing the message earlier.
No problem, man. But I am not here to clown you. I don't know why you feel that way. It's like it's an automatic negative. I don't know why you feel like when you're gone, we're just gonna ride on you or something like that. I don't know. Yeah. So I'm not here to do that. And I'm letting you know if anybody on this panel decides that they want to do that, then I will leave. I'm pretty sure Pedro is not here to clown you either. I don't know. I don't know. But I don't know. So
we got Dash Revenge and Bobby. So if there's any thing you want to add to this conversation, gentlemen, since you joined
Dash Revenge.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Hey.
Yeah.
It's the guy that wants to pay somebody 50 cents to mow his lawn.
Yep. If he agrees to it.
Why
not?
Because you're taking advantage of somebody.
Yeah, he taking that out of context. What's new?
What?
Remember the
it's just a video of his I responded to. So anyway,
so I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something real quick because I've been watching for about 2 hours and I've been waiting to get up here. First of all, and I'm only speaking for myself, Mr. Glitch Dash, as you like to call yourself. The only thing I really have to say to you is you sound like somebody that is incredibly ass hurt, has a lot of resentment towards a lot of people. And I would do you, as Pedro would say, I would challenge you in your heart to find some sort of love, because all I hear is a lot of being very angry and bitter at other people. And you actually, I will reference one of your videos where I believe you said something along the lines of, me and my wife can't make money because of this glitch. Well, I'll explain it to you in very simple terms. If you can't make money because another YouTuber may or may not have misled you, then you clearly have no fucking idea what you're doing, and you should probably do your own market research instead of coming up here and blaming others for your failures. That's all I have to say to you, but I would like to address something, if I'm allowed to, Pedro, because it's something that
this is for
a lot
anybody
of people may not know.
Anybody can say whatever.
I know that little whiteboard that was up there had names on it, and my name was not on that. But actually, give me 1 second, man. Somebody needs to. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know you guy. Sorry about that. That's why his name wasn't up on the board. I don't know who he is. So it's just like from where I'm sitting. You know, I don't know.
I don't know what happened. Bobby got lost in the glitch matrix.
I think he said give him
All
a
right,
second.
yeah. You're right. You don't know who I am, bro. You don't. But your buddy DoorDash, or whatever the fuck his name, DoorDash Sucks, does, because in one of his recent videos, he added me to a list now of people who have been using a glitch and lying and cheating and frauding. When if you watch any lounge I've ever been on, any of these lives, I have repeatedly said that AR doesn't matter. And if you want, I can show you my AR on DoorDash. Well, you probably can't see that, but I can show you. You can email me. I can show you my AR on DoorDash, Uber, Grubhub, Walmart, Spark. So I would say to Mr. DoorDash Sucks, if you're going to throw my name into some shit, at least go back and get the information first, because all you guys sound like is a bunch of crybaby bitches. I'm sorry, you have brought no evidence up here to support anything that y'all have said. And as far as I'm concerned, this is embarrassing. And you have not only had to retract one with Welty, now two with Pedro, and now I expect the third with me. So if DoorDash Sucks is listening, if you're going to come at me, bro, you better have the fucking evidence, dude, because I got it on my phone if you want to see that shit.
Yeah,
That's
can
all.
I say, yeah, I think that is one of the biggest points that can be made. The fact that these this guy right here and his 3 or 4 little cohorts are throwing this accusation out randomly to, of all people, like top dashers and cherry pickers alike, this man right above me, Welty right here, who has had hours and hours live streaming showing that he is declining orders and that his acceptance rate is like 5% or whatever it is. The fact that Sarah Elizabeth has had comments accusing her of this. The fact that freaking Zach Drives Fast, of all people. Are you kidding me? The guy would eat his own pancreas before he admits that acceptance rate matters. Like, so there's no, everybody is fair game in this, and that just destroys all.
You're not paying attention, bro. You're not watching my content, but most of these people, like,
your content's fucking garbage, homie. Yeah, you definitely don't know me. But I'm gonna come on.
No.
You want some fucking entertainment? I'll give you some fucking entertainment, homie. You got blasted. How's it feel to have your asshole ripped up, coming in this room talking a bunch of bullshit that you have absolutely zero fucking proof about?
Roy, take it 2 levels
Man,
down.
I'm sick of these sorry motherfuckers.
I hear you.
And his whole little group. Him and his whole little group in here talking a bunch of bullshit, accusing people of shit, trying to extort homie up there. That'll give me $3,000. You ain't suing dick, and you ain't suing dick. You and your your little community college law book having ass, thinking you know shit about the law. What the fuck is up with you, homie? You ain't got no proof of shit. You came in here, and the way you guys are talking about, the way you slandering these people's name, you bitching and crying about your woman, and you can't make no motherfucking money. Trust me, if these people decide to sue your ass, you definitely ain't making no money then, homie. You're gonna be living on the motherfucking street. Because everything you and your homeboy say is a bunch of bullshit. And you aligned yourself with a bunch of dum-dums that have zero proof, that have nothing worth a fuck to give to this community other than run your fucking pie hole and accuse people of shit. So make sure you make a video about me tomorrow, homie, because I make very good videos. And I ain't afraid.
You're a big meanie head, you know that? Hey, you're a big meanie head, you know that?
Yeah, I'm a big meaty head, yeah. And you're a big crybaby bitch. And you showed it tonight. You showed every day in your fucking video when you fucking crying, oh, I can't make no money because my hero Pedro lied to everybody. Get the fuck out of here. You're not even a fucking man, homie. If you gotta watch another man to learn how to make money, you ain't a man. You ain't a motherfucking man.
Hey, can I add? Not only did these guys not bring any proof at all.
Hold on, Dasher Bench. Hold on a second. Listen.
Go ahead.
I agree with what Roy said, but I do want to make sure we just take it down one level. I'm not making money on this stream, but some people don't, just take it down one level. But I appreciate this. I hear you 100%. 100%. Go ahead, Dasher Bench.
I mean, not only did these people not only give you jack squat proof of what they claimed, what this guy wrote down on a whiteboard, inconclusive. These guys definitely knew about the glitch and used the glitch, blah, 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 blah. Not only did they not give any proof, this guy admitted out of his own mouth, I keep pointing, this guy admitted out of his own mouth that he doesn't have the information. You ask for it, and he says it's ongoing. that the information is yet to be obtained.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, bro. And it's funny, Bench, how he's talking about this person, that person, and then when you ask him about it, he's like, I don't even know. I don't even watch their content. But you over here talking shit about people, but you don't even watch their content. You don't even know who you're talking about. That's some corny shit. That's some corny stuff. You obviously don't know even how Top Dasher works. If you're even going to come on here and say the glitch is what makes people make more money to be Top Dasher. Come on, you don't even know how Top Dasher works, apparently. I would love to know what your gig resume is. What do you do? A couple hundred DoorDashes and shit, and now you think you're an expert?
I definitely haven't done as many as you guys.
Yeah, see, and that's the problem. But you in here willing to call everybody out, talking about we had to use this, we had to do that, and you don't even know. You don't even know the program. You barely even know the program. So what gives you the right to come on here, blasting Pedro, blasting Welty, blasting UDM, having people do that? What gives you the right? Are you mad because you're one of those? Are you mad because you're one of those little goth kids off to the side that weren't allowed to play with the cool kids, and because nobody let you in on the little secret? You sound like a bunch of rats. Because you want everybody to rat out everybody for what? For your entertainment? For your so-called you want to sue people? Fuck out of here. If you didn't know the glitch, that's because nobody cares about you in the community. You showed up a month ago, and now you expect everybody just to let you in the community like you're this great messiah and you need to know everything that everybody else knows? Please. These people have been on YouTube for years, bro. We've been on YouTube for years talking about this shit. And you think you can come on in 1 month and cry because you and your old lady can't make no money on a Top Dasher program that you don't even know how it works? Come on, bro.
Actually, you know what? I do have something to say to him real quick. Hold on. So you said you don't know who I am, right? It's funny that you say that because if you don't recall, a few days ago on Driven Dad Tony's live, I specifically asked you a question about Welty, which I still have not gotten really a concrete answer. I said, as someone personally who watches pretty much all of Welty's lives, I do miss a few of them, and I have seen how he works. I have personally clowned him in the chat and joked with him about making kid money. So I want to know, where did his name even come up, and why was he in this in the first place? When if he was doing the shit that y'all think he did, and y'all have since said, oh, he wasn't doing that, then where was the evidence in the first place that he should have had his name even brought up? Because it sounded like to me is what y'all are doing is going after a few YouTubers and anybody that has connection to them. And I believe that's why your buddy DoorDash Sucks went after me, because he knows that I am close with Flex and the Lounge. And since he's so butthurt and has all these opinions about Flex, apparently I'm guilty by association. So once again, I will ask, why was Welty's name brought up? What evidence did anybody have to begin with to even label him as having association with this? And if you can't answer those questions, then right off the bat, you have lost all credibility going forward. So please answer that.
Yeah, his name got brought up because I just did a comprehensive list of all the the gig tubers that I watch or have awareness of the content. So that's why his name got brought up on the whiteboard in the first place. But what happened with Brian, that was just a mistake. That shouldn't happen. This is a lot of emotions. A lot of people are very hurt. A lot of people are very angry, and like I said, it is what it is. But
I mean, it's sounds to me like the only person that's really hurt and angry is you and your little friend.
Bro, we all get hurt, homie. We all get hurt. If I kick the goddamn table, am I supposed to go after the fucking company that made the furniture? We all get hurt at one point in our life, bro. That don't give you any reason to go out ripping on people, trying to make these false claims about people, and then come on here acting like you I don't know what, some fucking crime unit or something on TV, talking like you know the law or some shit, like you know what slandering is and shit. Trust me. What you said about Pedro, trust me, and this is somebody who's been involved with the law, homie. I have been. Maybe you should check that out with your boy, Jeff Thomas Black, because he likes to be involved with the law, going to jail and all that kind of stuff, too. Maybe you should check with him about, maybe that's why he's not up in here tonight. How about that? So once again, you never even answered the questions. Who the hell are you to be involved in the gig community that we owe you any explanation for anything? Who are you? Tell us who you are.
Oh, I'm just me, man. I'm just a guy with a channel, man. I'm just
if
I'm
you
just
look,
a guy doing my thing.
if you look down in the chat, homie, people know who I am. So who are you?
I'm nobody, but I mean I've seen you before. I just never watched your shit, but I don't know. I've seen you around.
Well, if you watch my here, if you take the time to watch my shit, bro,
Yeah, I'll take a look at it.
Hey, if you choose to watch it, one thing you're gonna learn about me, homie, is it's called personal responsibility. If you're not able to take personal responsibilities for your own fucking life and your own mistakes in life and your own hardships in life, then you ain't a man. You ain't a man. You need to take a look in the mirror, homie, and figure out your life for yourself instead of blaming Pedro, blaming fucking Welty, and blaming everybody else because you're unable to be successful at something. Maybe you need to look in the mirror and say, hey, it's time to move the fuck on instead of blaming everybody else, thinking you're going to make a quick buck off people or DoorDash or whatever it is. How about that?
Is there anything else that anyone wanted to say to me before I leave?
Yeah, and obviously you making some money. You making enough money to be smoking on that weed, homie. So you must be making some money, huh? If you can afford that weed. So
yeah, I mean I'm making some money. God damn.
Yeah, he's right. You wanna all you know how to do as far as content creation is screen record from your phone and react to content creators who have worked their butts off and
get on live streams. Don't forget that, jackass.
I don't know what he just said.
Well, listen, I do want to say this. I think Thomas has been on here for a while.
Freaking guy won't even respond to me.
I commend you for coming on. I hope, like I said, like maybe, after an hour we were on here, I hope I answered and gave you some clarity as my timeline. You could email me if you have some further questions offline. I have no problem with that, because what I don't want, like I said in yesterday's video, and like I said tonight, I don't want the slander. I have a lot of other things I want to accomplish, and I don't want information to be, I don't want misinformation to be out there where people have to question things, because I make videos every day. So if you feel like there was another question you want to ask and you want to email me that, please feel free. I was very clear with the timelines of when I found out, and I have credible witnesses that could back that up. I wish you well, but I do appreciate you coming on. I give you a lot of credit for that. I really, and I mean that with complete sincerity. So thank you for doing that. All right. If I'm being honest, I don't think this went well. I think I really expected a couple more gentlemen to show up, and I think we could have had a more actual pertinent conversations and information, because when you have gentlemen like UDM and Welty and people's names being dragged through the mud, and maybe it's my fault for giving these guys a platform, but it's just for them to act like what they're doing is holy almost. Mm-hmm. And like what we're doing is wrong. I have a really hard time grasping that, but maybe I don't need to understand it. But we have people up here where we're being slandered and we're getting messages about family and, extort, you better give me 2,000 or 3,000. And then the next day, I'm sorry, I was mad. That's not good enough, because none of us have done anything wrong. So that's where that's where I'm struggling with this a little bit, Well,
both the ones that did show up and the ones that didn't show up, I think they all demonstrated they can't defend what they said.
Yeah, I mean, the Right Your Hustler came up. I think he had some honest questions. I think his questions about gig content creators painting a picture that might not be accurate, I think is actually really fair, and I agree with him on that. Mm-hmm. I don't think any of us here have done that, but I think I've seen it in other content. So I think he has a fair argument, but the other two didn't bring any value to this conversation. And I spent an hour looking at dates on my YouTube, going back all right, I remember that. Looking, okay, yeah, my acceptance rate was 70%. And these guys brought nothing. They brought nothing. And I'm I'm mad that I wasted time, because I expected them to bring something to where the community could have been a little more clear, and they brought they didn't bring anything.
I wouldn't say it was a complete waste of time if I'm looking at the chat, and as far as I'm concerned, if liars, all you got, like you said, the roaches run when you turn the lights on. They can't. And on the tip of my tongue.
Can I add something to this?
Yeah, please do.
Well, everything that I've gathered from this whole situation, and starting with the video he keeps wanting everybody to watch, is that this whole case that they allegedly have against the content creators is all based off of hearsay in the first place. And hearsay doesn't stand up in the court of law.
Nope.
And good luck getting DoorDash to even give you your own data, because they won't give data to the FBI. So unless the FBI is going to force it out of them, you're not getting data from them, even if you. And then the final thing is, did I break up a little bit?
Just for a second.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a little bad spot. The final thing is, like, for my personal self, I can make money on DoorDash, but I don't make all my money on DoorDash. The only money I make on DoorDash has to do with a large order program, and I'm prioritizing those orders, whether I'm a top dasher or a bottom dasher. I get them no matter what. I made like $90 on dinner shift today on 0% acceptance rate until I accepted 4 LOPs. So probably some of that anger is towards people who can make money because they're in programs, and that's not our fault that we're in and you're not. Like, I have repeatedly said that I think that everybody should have access to all of the programs without having any strings attached to any of it. But, you know, I don't run the companies, and there's probably the reason why is that I would probably not turn a profit, just like they don't, but it'd be worse. So that's all I got to say. I'll bounce off here so other people can talk. I just wanted to really get the clarity of who these content creators are that are deceiving people. But allegedly it's everybody that's on Thomas's whiteboard. And I'm sorry if you feel deceived by my content, but I've never reported anything I didn't do.
Thanks, Tony. Appreciate you. I got nothing else. I do. Well, I guess I got a question for you, EM.
Shoot.
And I'll say this first, and then I'll give my opinion, and I want yours. I think acceptance rate matters. I didn't think that last week. I do think there is something to it at certain times. I've seen it in a diamond zone, at least. I think with the tier programs, they're going to push that. What do you say to that? Because I think it's funny. We're talking about a glitch and people gaming the system to get top dasher. So it's almost like it's like they say one day it doesn't matter, but then now it does because the glitch gives, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I think it matters for me sometimes a little bit, and I've seen a little bit of a difference, and that's why I've been able to keep it high, because I see better, mostly shopping pays, and like the value is just good, right? But what's your perspective now that you're in a zone to get the premium or platinum or whatever it is? Like, do you think that there's a difference? Do you think they're going to continue to make it matter? What do you say to that?
Okay. So I'm going to answer your question in however many parts that I can, but I'm going to try to break it up, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I started with 14% acceptance rate. My days were long, dry, couldn't get anything more than $5 being offered to me. And the longest I went without receiving an offer, just an offer on my screen, was 2 hours.
That's crazy.
And I was scheduled to dash for the day. So the longest I went was 2 hours with a low acceptance rate. All right. So then when I bought the catering bag from DoorDash during my giveaway, I started receiving these catering bag required offers, but my acceptance rate was still low. And I was like, why am I getting this? Right? I did a live stream and I said, guys, and there's a video at the bottom of it, no LOP invite. Okay. And I have an offer of catering bag required. So I said, all right, what is this? I'm going to now milk this. If I keep getting these catering bag required with this low acceptance rate, fine, I'm gonna just keep on doing it. Then all of a sudden it stops, and then it goes back to the long, drawn out days again as a cherry picker. I contact DoorDash, they tell me my invite or my time in the LOP was expired. And I'm like, expired? What are you talking about? What do you mean? Oh, you was in the LOP, but now you're not in the LOP anymore. But that at that time, the tier program did not hit my market just yet. It was just still the diamond program. So I said, so if they're telling me this by phone about the LOP and my time was expired and what, I was like, you know what? I'm going to try to raise my acceptance rate. But I did my catering orders in the morning. I locked in those earnings first. And then every night I did about 5 deliveries on DoorDash to raise my AR.
So you kind of did it how Tony did it last year.
Exactly.
He was doing like 5 a day, and it kind of went up. And okay.
And at the same time, I wanted to gain the experience of the earned by time, or EBT, like people call it, which actually makes me laugh, right? It's EBT. So I realized majority of the no-tip orders were being filtered to EBT. I showed on a previous live stream, I made $124 in DoorDash Pay and only $24 in tips out of 30 deliveries.
That's crazy.
That was done with earned by time. So I raised my acceptance rate. Once I hit 50, then I see a little bit of a change. Then I keep going, and I said, you know what? When I get to 70%, I'm going to call in, and I'm going to reorder another catering bag.
Right. Try to get back. Yeah.
Because that's what triggered that LOP the first time, right? And then they said it expired. I didn't meet the requirements. What are the requirements? 70% acceptance rate. And the platinum tier didn't reach yet. So I started receiving, after reaching and becoming a top dasher, I started to receive more catering bag required offers after receiving my catering bag from DoorDash. More catering bag required offers, and my acceptance rate at the time was 99. I raised it that high. So I realized in my experiment, I got a lot of crap offers as a cherry picker with a low acceptance. Then I started to get diamond orders once I hit that 50% tier and above. Then when I purchased the catering bag at 70%, I received catering bag required.
Yeah.
But here's where things got tricky, Pedro. Even with 99%, I started to get ping-ponged by DoorDash in a way where we're going to send you this low pay, and then we're going to make you drive out of the zone, or we're going to make you go somewhere we need you. Even if we know you want to be right here, we're going to send you somewhere that's going to take up all your time, and you're not going to make as much money. And then I started to realize, okay, this is not going to work, because you're just going to make me rack up a whole bunch of miles, and my pay is going to be affected. So to wrap all of this up, all of this information I'm giving, I realized being above 70% or 70% and above gave me access to larger orders.
Yeah.
The LOP. I get hit with Platinum Dasher out of nowhere. I didn't even know anything about Platinum Dasher. And then I get hit with it. Then I realize Platinum Dasher, you get access to the LOP and Dash Now. Top Dasher, you only get access to Dash Now. So if you fall to gold, you can't Dash Now. If you go back up to platinum, and it's all about that acceptance rate and completion, you get to Dash Now and LOP. And I have dropped to 68% to see what the difference is, and there is a difference.
Yeah, no,
they're
doing some things, man, for sure. I mean, they're definitely. Ryan, what about Welty? What about you, man? I know you and Bobby, and I'm not sure about Dash Revenge, but I know you guys have really low ARs, which is fine because you guys multi-app. You don't rely on just DoorDash or one. You guys do the ride share. Like, do you think, like, Welty, after hearing UDM talk and Like, do you think AR matters, or do you think it could just be market to market? Like, what do you say to that?
I did my first $1,000 week in quite a while. I'm
Mhm.
trying to do 8 or 10 in a row before Thanksgiving. I did it without Top Dasher, without Diamond Program, without LOP. That's not all DoorDash, by the way. That's just gig income as a
Yeah.
whole. So last week that was Uber Eats, Grubhub, DoorDash, and Rover for me. I don't know if it matters or not, to be honest with you, other than what I do a lot of research here on YouTube. That's how I've taught myself a lot of things in life, is just YouTube, to be honest with you.
Mhm.
My acceptance rate's never been above 30%. I know that it's not going to be worth it for me in a 30-day period to deliver potentially. I mean, let's say at a good point, my acceptance rate is 30%. That's high for me. That's very high. That means I'm another 40% of the declines away. That's more than 50% of the declines that I would have to do to reach 70%. That's quite a few orders that I would have to deliver that are total garbage. Keep in mind that would also mean that I would be losing time that I can dedicate to the 30% that I have decided are worth it to me.
Yeah.
I'm never going to chase that. That's just
do you do the shop and pay orders? Have you thought about doing a few of those a week so you can get the Dash Nows, to where that following week, because you have the Dash Now, you might be able to start early, start earning a little more? Have you thought about that, or is that not an option in your market?
I do quite a few shop and pay orders. They're included in the 30%. That's a high for, right now. I think I'm in the teens most of the time. I'm in the teens.
But you haven't gotten the Dash Now on a week-to-week basis because of the shop and pay, correct?
No.
Okay. Have you gotten the email telling you what your stats are or not?
Yes, but I do, but I don't look at them.
Got it. Okay. So you're probably maybe not doing enough of them a week, or it doesn't matter because you've got other apps, and it's like, I'm just going to make my $1,000 a different way or whatever. So
yeah, I'm just not going to be roped up into it. And can I say something on the way out?
Please.
Before you go, I got to ask you a question. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, UDM.
All right. So let me ask you, with the low acceptance rate, if something drastically changes for you on the platform DoorDash, would you consider raising your acceptance rate, especially if the platinum tier enters into your market?
Yes, I'm open to it. I've been doing this now for just over 3 years, and in those 40 months or whatever, I've yet to see a situation where I thought it was going to be worth it. But anything's possible.
Okay. All right. Now, would you be willing? This is my last question. Would you be willing to share the difference from being a cherry picker to, if you decide to raise your acceptance rate? Would you be willing to share that information with us?
Oh, certainly. And most best case scenario, I'll hit 70% without making the decision to go chase it. That would mean people in my market tip. I'm certainly open to that.
Okay. No more questions, man.
Welty, I think you said you had one thing you wanted to add before you bounce.
Yeah, man. If I can have 45 seconds here to kind of help you out, because I know this isn't what you were looking for, or this entire week hasn't been what you're looking for. I'll take you to 1967. Reagan signs the, let me make sure I get this right, the Lanterman-Petraeus Short Act. That's basically the end of people being put in insane asylums against their will. The long-term effect of that has been that there are a lot of people in our society, especially as the society has grown and less of a percentage of that society is in asylums. They get taken seriously over the internet because you don't know who's who. And these people make anonymous Twitter accounts, or basically anonymous accounts, where they make, like one of them showed their face tonight, but they make a bunch of videos where they don't show their face, and they get taken seriously. And 80 years ago, serious people wouldn't have had to have conversations like this because they wouldn't have been even public. So
that's
at a certain point, we just got to understand that some people aren't even serious people.
And that thought has crossed my mind today and the last couple of days, because even after saying I was going to do the live and invited everybody, there was a moment I had today where I said, why the fuck am I doing it? Like I had a moment, I almost said like, guys, I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to give people attention, right? Because I don't want to elevate the nonsense, but I had to. But I think you make a valid point. I think there's some individuals that clearly aren't thinking straight, and that's why we're seeing what we're seeing on YouTube, because they're just they think they're being misled by one group, but actually they're being misled by a couple of people that are not okay. So appreciate you saying that. Bobby, what's up, man? I know you think AR means nothing. Your DoorDash AR is 1%, but you know, after hearing UDM talk and share his experience, and I'm having a similar one. Do you still feel that way, or do you feel like you're just going to continue to work all? You know, you'll just cherry pick, and then wait until my opinion
is if you're only single apping and you're doing nothing else, then it's probably best for you to have a higher AR as far as like the opportunities to make, like UDM said, he started seeing more consistent LOPs. However, to this day, and I'm always gonna forever say that I don't believe in AR. Which is funny why these people came at me, because I think it's ironic, because I have never, changed from that and said that I believe AR doesn't matter, in the sense that you're doing yourself a disservice if you're only focusing on the perks of one app. So I would say that if you have to keep your AR and maintain it, at some point you're going to take some orders that you might consider not great, but you're doing it to kind of maintain it, right? Whereas for me, I don't think any of that matters, because I have 10 or 12 different apps that at any moment I can do a $30 catering. I don't ever have to take something that's not worth it for me. And I'm not saying if it's working for you, do whatever you want. But I am not going to budge on that, because I am a cherry picker. I always have been. I always will be. It's in my blood. I'm not willing to do anything else, because to me, the day that I have to take what I consider is less than what I'm worth is the day that I'm going to go back to a W-2. And that's kind of why I'm in this space, to have unlimited opportunities. And I'm more of a forward thinker, right? So the first thing that people tell me is, so when this new tier program comes in, aren't you worried you're going to lose LOP? No, because you know what? I'm more of a Spark guy. So to me, every Spark I do is an LOP, because I take nothing but $20 plus on Spark. So I don't have to worry about that stuff. So to me, none of the AR thing is relevant to me personally. And I'm saying if I don't need to do it, why do it? To me, LOP was the only program that really mattered. I'm sorry, UDM. My bad, bro.
I keep thinking that you done it, but I was like, oh, just go ahead.
Go ahead, bro.
No, I want to ask you. All right, look, I had a driver, and sorry, Pedro, I don't know if you needed to ask me anything.
No, you're good.
But I had a driver reach out to me that focused so much on Spark, and then when he lost Spark, he was trying to figure out what can he do. He had all these apps, but then he started to try to raise his acceptance rate because he lost Spark. So my question to you, sir, is what if you lose your bread and butter? What are you willing to do at that point? Go back to a W-2 or modify your mindset on how you approach the AR?
Well, to answer that question, while yes, I do tend to do a lot of Spark, and people call me a Spark fanboy and all that, and I know I've just said I do a lot of it, there are weeks where I do none of it. What I say is, in my area, just my area specifically, I have about 7 or 8 different apps that on every single week, they're interchangeable as far as which one makes me the most money. It's not ever a top 3 or a top 1. It's a constant flip-flop. Some weeks it's Instacart, some weeks it's DoorDash. You know what I'm saying? I go based off of what my market needs, not what an AR would ask of me. And I would say this, because I'm a forward thinker, I'm always looking at different ways to incorporate new apps. For example, I didn't need Walmart or Delivered that. or Lyft or rideshare. I didn't need any of that stuff, but I incorporated it because I looked at the bigger picture and said at some point, like you said, I could get deactivated. The app could change or something's going to change, right? Because the app is obviously, they're always going to continue to mold it to where they're going to do what's best for their business, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which I understand, and I'm not hating on them, because if you own a business, hey, good for you. But I'm not going to personally do that. And I'm not telling you, hey, don't have a high AR, right? I don't like it, and I'm not going to say it, but I'm kind of like you. I'm going to say whatever works for you, but I'm just built differently when it comes to these apps. I've been doing it full time for almost 6 years. So I've seen just about every change it has, and I'm consistently making around $1,500 a week, working about 35 hours to 40 hours a week. So obviously what I'm doing is working, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's always kind of my motto. You know what I'm saying?
I do like what he's saying about, like, you're saying, I guess you're working to like have like multiple different ways to use the apps to be flexible. Is that what you're saying, right, Bobby?
I'm sorry, my computer freaked out. Go ahead.
No, you're good. But yeah, you're saying you're working these apps in different ways,
Yes.
so you can be flexible with it as the market changes and everything.
Yes, absolutely. So what I'm saying is that, like, one thing that people have a habit of, right? And I'm not knocking it, I'm just pointing out the facts, is that people tend to say, they look at the mainstream apps like the DoorDash and the Uber and whatever the big catering app is. I don't know in your market. For me, it's Deliver That, but it might vary, right? So I think when you focus on one thing, like, to me, I feel like you're limiting yourself. And I actually made this example. I'll use Flex as an example. I've said this many times, right? So me and Flex work in two completely different ways, but we both make our money. Where he's the kind of guy, he does one app, he likes to go out, and when he's done, he's going to go eat that $30 steak. I mean, that $30 salad, right? That one, he's going to get that one big meal. Whereas I'm the kind of guy that, I'm a cheap ass. So I want to go to a $10 Chinese buffet and have 30 different options, right? Because I know that while it might work for him, doing one app just doesn't work for me, because I have incredibly high standards. I have a wife at home, so I don't want to be on the road 12, 15 hours a day. If I can limit that to 6 hours a day and still make the same money, why wouldn't I? Sorry, blood soda, no offense.
Yeah, I like I like the point you're making, because I do think that as independent contractors, it's best to test that out and have multiple ways. As Bentley said, there's more than one ways to skin a cat. And you're doing that without having to worry about testing AR and everything.
Yep.
And I like how you're making it the personal application to yourself, because you're saying like somebody else's situation might be different. Because yes, of course I'm multi-app, but people just say you got a multi-app. You don't worry about Top Dash or just multi-app. Well, not everybody has that luxury. Right. Not every app is the same in every market. I mean, for me, Spark just sucks to the point where it's not worth turning on. And I've got Shipped, and it hardly goes off these days. I have DoorDash and Uber, and I'm on the wait list for like 5 other apps. So what's turned out to work best for me is to pursue higher acceptance rate for priority orders, and do that in tandem with Uber Eats. If I'm trying to raise my acceptance rate, I've documented this where I will use the earn by time option to turn bad offers into mediocre offers, is what I'm saying. Earn by time in my market makes almost every order worth at least $1 per mile, at least. And I do get some good tips on it. I haven't done it in weeks. Right now, I've been maintaining my acceptance rate above 70 with just earn per order, but I'm doing Uber Eats alongside that. If I'm on earn by time, I will, and I get a banger Uber Eats order, I'll pause DoorDash and fulfill that one. And that Uber Eats order is more than making up for the bad offers I'm taking on DoorDash. So I'm working both of those apps, and I'm averaging $2 a total mile, commuting miles and everything, off of mostly these 2 apps, and occasionally an order on another app. as a top dasher.
Right. Hey, like I said before, because I know Flex wants to talk. Like I said, I just the way that I do it, man. If that works for you, hey, go for it. Like I said, my standards are just incredibly high. I don't go out there looking for, if I take a couple small ones, they'll gift me with a big one. I'm just not built that way. And if that works for somebody else, then do your thing. But I'm just saying, in my market, what I do works incredibly well. I'm incredibly lucky. These apps have gifted like the lifetime change for me as far as like the way I'm able to provide for my family with ease and lack of stress. And the last thing I'll say is the reason that I work the way I work besides the money thing is because I want to simplify this job as much as I can, as far as like not having like the stress of thinking, oh, well, I have to do this to make this work, right? So the more apps I have, I can go out there, turn them all on, and just pick whatever one works best for me without saying, oh, well, should I possibly take this? Should I possibly? It's a simple yes or no, and then I move on. I'm not, and that's it. So.
Right. And then even with just 2 apps, there is sometimes I don't know like how much. I'm sorry, Flex. But yeah, there will be times when you get an order on each app at exactly the same time, going opposite directions, and you can't take both unless your name is Bud Soda. What do you think? Because I mean that's a stressful moment, whether you're a cherry picker or a top dasher.
Well, it's simple to me, Ben. It's first of all, I'm not a tips and tricks kind of guy, but I will say this: you should never take orders going in the opposite direction. To me, that's bad business for the customer.
No. Yeah,
however, it wouldn't be that hard for me, bro, because I would look at it and I would say, okay, which one of these is going to pay me the most, is going to quickest amount of time, and which one of these, even if it pays a little bit less than the other one, is it going to keep me in a better spot of my city to immediately get another order? So it's simple. I process all of that in about 3 seconds for every order. It's yes or no, move on. I don't care if it's a no tip. I'm not cursing somebody out. I just say, move on.
Now, Flex, you really want to say something, right?
Yeah, I wanted to apologize for spamming the chat earlier.
I didn't even notice, bro. It's been hard. If you did it, I didn't see it because there's a lot of people here, man. What did you do? Did you spam it with something crazy or what?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Oh, well, you shouldn't even have said anything. Now I'm curious.
Yeah,
you'll see it later.
Oh, he did.
All right,
he did. It was bad. It was bad. It was annoying. I was like, bro, chill out.
Bro, Flex.
Besides this acceptance rate stuff, right? How many are you people on the large order program?
I'm not.
That's the meaty part.
I know. I'm not.
That's the most meaty part of the thing. So
yeah.
Forget about your acceptance rate, your diamonds, your top dasher thing. Like,
well, tell Tony to give it to me, and maybe I won't need the acceptance rate.
But listen to this, right? This platinum tier thing.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I know nothing about it. Okay. I know nothing about it.
Now, I want to say something to Bobby really quick before he decides to exit. I don't know if he plans on exiting anytime soon, but
looks like he was about to escape, right?
He's going to the kitchen to get a little Debbie cake. Send me one, Bobby. I need one too.
So Bobby, I don't think we're different at all in how we approach the apps. I have young kids, right? I want to be home as quickly as possible. Make my money and come home and chill or do whatever, make videos, edit videos, whatever. So I introduced the catering apps. I introduced everything that I do is for me to get home as quickly as possible, make my money out there and get home as quickly as possible. Right. I'm not raising my acceptance rate because, I want to have the highest acceptance rate. No. I am trying to gain access, knowing what's in my market. I'm opening the door to gain access to these larger orders, these payouts that I've been experiencing, and I've posted all of them on my channel. If you want to go check them out, right? I now have access to these larger payouts. And when I don't want to work DoorDash, I just turn off the app, right? I focus on catering orders. So I would rather do something to give me access to these larger payouts versus working the app just so I can have a higher payout or higher acceptance rate, or focus on the app just so I can have a higher acceptance rate. It's not about acceptance rate for me. It's about gaining access to where these larger orders exist. If I had the LOP invite before all these platinum tiers and everything, I would be a cherry picker if I would still be getting these large payouts. But the only way for me to access them on my account in my area is for me to have that higher acceptance rate as a platinum dasher.
Yeah.
So I'm not out here doing DoorDash every single day because I want to maintain or keep my acceptance rate up. I said earlier in the conversation, I do my catering orders in the morning. I have one tomorrow morning for 7 a.m. And then I got another one after that, then another one after that. It's two different platforms. It's going to pay me over $100 by the time I'm done before lunch is over. Then I go out to Dash, and if I want to make 200, I just do a couple of orders. They might hit me with a banger, 2 bangers, 3 bangers, however it works out. But I'm not doing DoorDash like it's the end all.
Like it's not your main thing.
It's not.
It's a filler. Yeah.
But I'm using it. Like I mentioned on a community post that I recently posted. I use the apps. I don't rely on the apps. I use them. And
You
if
utilize it. So
that's
you're
it.
a utilizer.
So I'm not gonna be working the apps like crazy all day just for me to make $1,000 a week. See what I'm saying? We're not different.
I get you, and you know we've had conversations. You know that I got nothing but love and respect for you, so I ain't gonna bust you up too hard. So
I can't. You know what? I can't wait to see where this conversation goes, Pedro. Even with you, Flex, and Bobby, if this 3-tier thing lands in your market.
Listen, UDM.
They better fucking fix the glitch then.
Well, listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. I think if because I've had a diamond.
Hold on. What the fuck was that? When Roy was ripping your ass, you sitting there ripping bongs and blowing it into the fucking camera like you blowing it into his face. You know what that means?
Who?
Yeah, hold on. That fucking the dude with the fucking cap that doesn't like fit his fucking hat. He's fucking sitting there like this, bro.
I couldn't
like,
even see it.
Like Jesus, bro.
Yeah.
What are you talking about, man?
Fucking moment.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
The dude that was sitting here trying to fucking sue everybody. Pedro, I'm gonna need your DoorDash information, so we're gonna sue you.
I thought you were talking about
really?
me.
Like, are you stupid?
No, he's not talking about
not you.
No.
I thought he was talking about somebody in the chat, and he said somebody whose hat didn't fit.
No,
listen. Hold on. I want to get back to what UDM was talking about with the platinum.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Is it platinum UDM? Is that the top?
Platinum is the one that gives you access to LOP and Dash Now.
So platinum, gold, and silver, something like that, right? So I think that shit's coming. Just like Diamond Zone came, and you have to adapt. I think we have to realize that you just have to you have to figure out like how much you're gonna have to adapt. If you got 7 apps like Bobby,
maybe they'll just get rid of it, Pedro.
Then you don't need.
What if they just get rid of it?
Get rid of what?
The bullshit, the programs.
They're never gonna do that. Listen, I want to be. Listen, we all talk about these apps, right? I think we have to realize one thing. In my opinion, I got Uber, Instacart, and DoorDash. That's all I got. That's all I've ever had, actually. I have Postmates, but that's years ago. So I think they all have ratings. They all have metrics. They all have something. Okay, so I've been trying to get on Curry for a while. Okay, and even when I hear people talk about Curry, they have transparency. They good payouts. I hear good things, right? But I'm still being told, well, you should just do the first 5 because, you want to get in their good graces. Well, what's the difference between that and DoorDash telling you to have a 50% AR in a Diamond Zone? Not much. So I think all these apps have something. Some have more than others, as far as like how they play the games or the percentage or however they weight it. But I think the continuing trend is even these catering apps. I think they're going to have metrics. They have driver scores. There's things that we have to do still, right? So, I mean, for me, my workaround was I want Dash Now because I want to maximize my time. I want to get home like UDM as soon as possible. I got to get home. If I can be home at 5:30, that's a win versus 6:30. That extra hour does a lot for me.
Mhm.
So for me, it was like, all right, I can do these shopping pays. I'll do some that some of y'all would never do, but I'll do them because the cash flow is good. I'll shop 50 items at Aldi all day long because I know my Aldi. And if it's paying me $30 and it takes me 45 minutes, that's pretty damn good. So if I do 10 of those a week, I'll
Aldi?
get, all day long. I do Aldi all day, bro. It's easy.
How do you
man.
deal with it? No boxes and no bags.
They always have bags. I put everything in bags. Very easy for me in St. Louis. I have a lot of Aldis. Yes.
Our Aldis don't got no fucking bags.
No, we have them here, so I don't have any issues with it. So I do
Fuck.
that, so I get the Dash Now.
I
next
get good
week.
offers on them too. I pass them up because I can't. What am I gonna do? Just
I probably do at least 30 Aldis.
Use your catering bag.
Yeah, it's easy, man.
Use your
It's
catering
easy,
bag.
but my point is, I think all these apps have something.
what am I
think-
gonna do? Give up my catering bag?
I mean,
60 loose items?
Use it to carry it, and then leave the
Or
items.
you just dump it right in
flex,
front of their
bro.
door. Right?
No, flex. You go to Amazon and you buy you some disposable bags. It's not a big, you
Or-
buy a
No,
case
no.
of 100.
No, I just get my Acme offers. They come pre-shopped. I pull up,
Yeah.
I load myself, and I'm out.
Yeah.
A lot quicker than sitting there texting the fucking thing, waiting for them to come out, and blah blah blah. If you could just run in there real quick, this is my shit. They give it to you,
those
and
are
you're on
easy,
your way.
but in St. Louis, I
Some
found I
people
had-
like the
I had to do
text.
some work. So
Hey Pedro, how long you working a day?
in one day, how long do I work?
Yeah, like what's the average amount of time you work?
In the last month and a half, about
Yeah.
8 to 10 hours.
8
I
to
don't
10
work more than 10 usually. I've done it, but that's not usual for me. I like to be at like 6, but right now I'm about 8 to 10 hours.
Okay.
4 days a week, and then one day out of the week I work like 5.
What about everybody else? How long you work for the day, on average?
Who you
That's-
talking to?
Everybody
How long do I work on average?
on
Per
average
day or just on
to
a
make your goal.
Usually I can hit $200, which is always my daily goal, in about 6 to 7 hours at most. Sometimes 5. It just depends on obviously the day. But I always tell myself I usually cut myself off about 7.5 hours, unless I'm having like a crazy day where they're just hitting me with banger after banger after banger, like a Friday or something. Yeah, for me, like 7 hours is about that's it. I'm a
What
very
about-
impatient person, so like when I'm on the road, when I get stuck in traffic and stuff, and throughout the day, after about 5 hours, I start to get real irritated. So like the people that work those 10, 12, 14-hour days, I don't know how you do it.
Yeah, I can't do that.
I can't do it.
Yeah, no.
What about you, Benj and Flex?
Been really inconsistent lately, not gonna lie. It's another reason I like being able to dash now, because I missed back in my olden days, I would miss the schedule all the time, but depending on the day of the week, I try to work less on Tuesdays and Wednesdays because they're so much slower, and more on Thursdays and Fridays, but I usually do like 6 to 10 hours. I'll normally, I guess, just do 3 hours lunch shift, then 4 or 5 hours dinner shift, 2-hour break in between is what I shoot for.
What about you, Flex?
Probably like 8 to 10.
8 to 10 hours? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, I guess.
What are you laughing at, Bobby? Fuck you laughing.
The reason why I asked that
He's
question.
late, but he's probably laughing. Yeah, probably more.
The reason why I asked that
First
question,
job. Fuck you
Pedro,
laughing at.
is
Go ahead.
because I'm trying to say where I figured out a way to maximize my earnings, not just with catering apps, but utilizing every single app that I have to make the most that I can in the least amount of time possible. So on average, I'm working about 5 hours a day and making over $200 a day. So, but it's not like that every single day. But on average,
Yeah.
I'm working 5 hours a day. So
Yeah.
the numbers that Bobby is mentioning, those are my hours. I work about 2 hours in the morning for catering orders, right? And then I take a break and I'm home after those catering orders and I'm just chilling with my kids, playing video games or going and run errands or whatever, getting them ready for back to school, whatever. And then I go back to work. Maybe like I leave the house at 5:30, or I'm dashing from 6 to 9, and I'm done with by 9, and I'm over $200.
Yeah.
So that's about my day, majority of the days of the week. So is it like that? Some days I may work 6 to 7 hours, but
Yeah.
majority of the time it's 5 hours a day. So I'm I'm not telling anybody on this stream that's listening or on this panel to raise your acceptance rate just so you could be in some fancy program that hasn't even hit your market yet.
No,
I'm
but you
saying,
utilize all your apps
yeah, but
throughout
guess
the
what?
day.
You said 10, I think you said 8 to 10 hours, Flex.
No, it's probably because look. I do my first job sometimes
So
4
it's
days out
extra.
of the week, right?
So it's extra.
Yeah, but we don't count the first job because we're doing DoorDash, right?
Right. Yeah. We don't count the first job, but the
Yeah, so
time,
yeah, about 10 hours, yeah,
about 10
12
hours for the
10,
day
12 hours.
after your first
Yeah,
job.
yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't want more time, man. You working 10
This
after
guy,
your
this
first
guy's
job.
a workaholic, bro.
Maybe,
Trust me. Like,
maybe less, maybe 8 to 10. Maybe I was right the first time. I don't know.
Well,
I
I
mean,
just,
what I do last week, like $1,000 something dollars. It was like 34, 35 hours.
I just like time, man. I like to enjoy the scenery.
I'm the
Pedro,
same. I'm the same way. I was 2 months ago. I was working 4 days a week, 5-6 hours a day, really easy. Life happens, and why I like gig work is you need to go back to it and work a little more. You can do that if you got an
yeah.
extra bill,
It
or
was a little different.
you can do that.
Everybody's situation is a little
I
different.
think we got different lifestyles. We have different
Yeah.
responsibilities. Different markets seasonally might make you have to stay out later than other markets or start earlier than other markets.
Plus,
but-
remember, I'm only sucking off of one app.
Yeah. Yeah.
and I want to say something real quick, right? It's kind of off topic while we're up here, and I really wanted to say this when that guy was up here earlier, but Flex was not up here, and I wanted to make sure he was up here so people didn't think I was just rambling. I'm gonna get a little personal real quick for a second because I've seen some comments in the chat and I've heard some stupid shit, throughout the last couple of weeks. Let me fill y'all in on something. For all you people that are talking a lot of shit about Flex, I think it's no secret that Flex is my boy. I've rocked with him.
No, Flex isn't your boy. What are you talking about?
Yes, he is. He knows it. And I've rocked with him for a little bit over a year now. I'm very blessed to call him my friend. He's done a lot for me. He's a very kind individual. So for all you people that are saying some dumbass shit about him, like, dude, just go fuck yourself because you don't know the guy and you're putting some stupid information out there. We don't always agree. We don't always see eye to eye on shit. But at the end of the day, he's a very kind and caring person that would do a lot for anybody. So please just stop with your bullshit. Like, just kill it. I wanted to say that because I know you got a big platform and a lot of people
Thank you,
listen to
buddy.
it. So yeah.
That was really cute. I like that. That was really nice. Very friendly, very appropriate. Yeah, it's good. I like it. It's good. You guys are both blushing. I could see it. It's good. I like it.
Shut the fuck up, Paige. You're fucking stupid.
No, I got to say this, though. Listen, I got to say this. When I started this stream tonight, I did not expect UDM and Bobby to be a part of it. So I'm actually really happy that happened. I think it's good. I didn't expect that. So I'm glad you guys were coming up and watching and wanting to give your perspective and listen. And
I'm surprised you gave these fucking fools time, bro.
Listen, man. I believe this about men, especially. Okay, and you guys could take it for what it's worth. I think our biggest strengths are also our biggest weaknesses most of the time. Okay, so part of my strength is I like to be collaborative. I try to include people, and I want to be heard. I want to listen. I want to learn. But the weakness in that is you sometimes get involved with people that might not be deserving, or they might not have education and proof. But that happens, you know what I'm saying? But I can't stand by and have these dudes continually to make. I mean, literally in the last,
I know.
ever since GigCons ended, if I had a calculator and went on YouTube, 100 videos at least made that I'm tagged in and all this misinformation, 100 videos is a lot. So I had to do something, man. I can't. And some people are what I consider respected people in this community talking crazy and like being weird. So I'm like, I need to just have a live and just show the community what I have. My acceptance rate has been high since a long time ago. That's why I got a lot of people that gave me a lot of shit because they're like, well, he's flip-flopping. Nah, I'm just trying something different and adapting. And I should be able to do that without people thinking that DoorDash is paying me or that I'm using a glitch. And just because I know about something doesn't mean I use it. And I stand by me not sharing it because I didn't think that would have been the right thing to do. If somebody tells me, hey, don't say something, and I say, man, I'm not going to say nothing, I'm not going to say anything.
That's exactly what I was understanding from these fools, man.
Yeah,
he's like, I wanted you to tell it. I wanted you to tell people, but then at the same time, he's like, nah, I wanted you to keep it a secret.
Yeah,
like,
it's not my place. It's not my place to share that.
But
you know, it just wasn't.
I don't know why they got that feeling like they are entitled to know your secrets or anybody's secrets, perhaps.
Yeah,
especially the troll, like the troll, bro. Like he's all like sitting there wigging out at you, like fucking calling you names and shit. Like you have to, like, bro.
That's all fine, but when you start talking about like Pedro's lying and he's not reporting his earnings correctly, that's what that guy said on Steve's podcast like 2 months ago, or maybe 3 months ago. And I said, hey, come on the show, like, let's talk about this because I don't want you saying I'm lying. I take that very serious, right? Because I've never lied about the money I make. And
look,
you know, I had to address it. And then he doesn't even show up, so it's like that tells more about him than it does about me, in my opinion. So, you know.
And I'll say this, right? Oh, my bad. Go ahead, Flex. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, don't admit to this fool to anything because they're a bunch of rats, bro. They're a bunch of rats that like to get people fired. So I wouldn't admit anything to this fucking fool. You know what I'm saying?
Well, there's nothing to admit. I can answer questions, and I feel like, you know.
I know, but
sometimes if you don't do
already
anything,
know how he's coming at you.
Right. But if you don't do anything in a court of public opinion, especially on YouTube, you might look guilty. And I don't want anybody thinking that I'm telling people to do Top Dasher when I've never told people to do that. And then I am. You know, I don't want that out there. So I had to at least do my part to try to at least give people information. And then people can watch this live and people will watch tomorrow and they can decide on their own. But I wanted them to have information versus speculation and misinformation. Right. So, yeah, that was why I did it. But
and let me say this, right? So while yes, I was kind of personally attacked, maybe not to the publicity that y'all had, but my name was mentioned in the video with some nonsense by the DoorDash Sucks channel, which is absurd. And I think anybody, I know most people that are watching probably don't know who I am, but for anybody that does, knows that me and Pedro don't always see eye to eye. We've had our disagreements and our issues. But when I've been watching this happen over the last week and I've seen some of this just ridiculous BS that was happening, I was like, dude, I got to come up and say something because it's absurd to me that the level and the time and effort that's being put in when people could be out there making their money and doing their thing, that they would spend so much time to go that far out of their way. I mean, I'm not sub to any of these guys. And I cannot go on my YouTube feed every single day. It's the same thing, repetitive over.
It's because they're tagging content creators. Yeah. And when you do that, sometimes as a small channel, if you watch UDM and they tag UDM, you're probably likely to see that on your feed within that couple days, right? So that's why you saw it, right? You don't have to even be subbed. And they've done it with me, and they've tagged a lot of people, and I give them credit, because they got our attention. So I do give them credit and respect for that. But I expected them to show up and say this, and this. And I was ready, but They didn't. And I think that should show the community a lot. Because you can't go and make a 5-hour live. You can't go on a podcast. You can't write a book about DoorDash and not come on Pedro DoorDash Santiago's channel. That makes no logical sense at all.
Did you see the short that I made, Pedro? Did you see the short that I made?
You know what? Somebody sent me a short, and I think it was from. Maybe I didn't see yours. I think it was
with Stan Eminem track.
No, I didn't see that. I didn't see.
Oh, bro, please, when you're done, go back. Dude,
I'm gonna be done tomorrow when I wake up, so I'll look at it tonight.
Bro, it's this Thomas dude. He's saying, Pedro, I called you many times. I invited you to my house and blah 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 blah.
No, Flex. I was in his live. I was in his live yesterday.
Well,
and I've never talked to. He said I talked to him on the phone. Perfectly. I've never talked to him. I've never had a conversation with this man on the phone. He's like, he invited me out. He's never invited me to Indiana. Like, he's lying. Like, he's never done those things.
Bro, it fit perfectly for that track. I threw an instrumental, bro.
But how are you, this is the funny thing. I want to end with this, and then if you guys
exactly.
How are you gonna have a book full dash closure and not come on when you're invited multiple times on Pedro DoorDash Santiago, the shill, not come on my channel
the
to get exposure? It doesn't. So you obviously don't really know what you don't care about your book if you don't want it to actually be heard. Like, it's just crazy. It makes no sense.
Here, another thing I wanted to point out. This DoorDash Sucks dude that came on your channel. Remember, he's like, I'm all about the community.
Yeah, I invited him. I interviewed him.
Remember,
like 9 months ago.
Well, what does he want to do? He wants DoorDash closed down. How are you for the community if you want the company closed down?
You're gonna take money out of drivers' pockets. Yeah, it's crazy, man.
It's like, what the fuck?
It's crazy, man.
So is this guy that's writing this fucking book. You want to take money out of people's pocket by getting the company shutting down.
Yeah. I don't love all the things DoorDash does and all these gig companies, but like, I think we have to realize a lot of people are struggling. UDM mentioned it. We're making less money. It's hard out here. Most people that do this have a W-2, but they need to supplement income. So just because you don't agree with an app and how they move sometimes and their policies and TOS doesn't mean it's the worst thing ever and it should be taken away. Because a lot of families, if DoorDash went down tomorrow, a lot of families would struggle to pay rent, put food on the table. So it's an opportunity, and it's not perfect, but I don't look at it as the devil, like all these.
Hey, guys. Pedro, I don't mean to cut you off. But Roy really wants to come up, apparently.
All right, I'll let Roy up, and then we're going to be done for the night because where is he? I don't even see him.
Hey, can I say a final word and then I'll bounce real quick while you bring it? Say what?
Hey, I just want to come on here and apologize. I know I'm like a bull in the china shop when it comes to these sorry, lazy ass people, bro. I'm sorry, man. I just want to.
I was gonna call you tomorrow and cuss you out over the phone. I appreciate you coming up now.
Well, at least you're not gonna lose any monetization because of me. So but like, I apologize to your peeps. But you guys know how I am, man. I'm just tired of seeing these constant lies and bullshit that's made up over and over and over again with no proof, no nothing, all to get clicks and views off everybody else's name in this room. You know what I'm saying? So, and I also want to say one more thing. With the man love that I'm seeing, Bobby, Flex, baby. Come on, man. Get a room for that stuff, man. Get a room for that.
I'll say this, Roy, and you can make somebody's got feedback.
Yeah, hold on.
I think it's Roy. Hold on.
Oh my lord.
Okay,
I'll say this, Roy. Since you want to add somebody into that, you can't not add UDM because you know I got massive love for UDM. I talk about it all the time. I've said it on a bunch of different lives, so like don't act like that ain't there.
Bro, I feel like Bobby had like a thing for me for a while, and then he went over to UDM's team. I feel like that's what happened. Like Bobby had like a hoodie I sent him. He's like, "Oh, I really like Pedro."
Yeah.
And then he's like, just so you know. Then he was like, "Fuck Pedro, I like UDM now."
Hey, just so you know, I like I like both UDM and you at the same time when I first came on YouTube.
Okay, got it.
I've since been lucky to at some point have been in contact with both of y'all personally. And I will say this. As much shit as I talk, Jessica loves that sweatshirt, so she wears it all the time.
Listen,
so
I'm
can't say
happy.
nothing. I
I'm
can't say
happy.
nothing, so.
I'm happy to hear that because it is actually pretty comfortable sweatshirt. So
Yeah.
glad. So I think Dasher Benj wanted to say something. I think right.
Yeah, just a couple things. I mean, personally to you, Pedro, as far as I'm concerned, I think you've done enough, that you've done all you can to clear your name. I mean, I remembered what I was going to say earlier. The biggest, the fastest way to run off a liar is just 2 words, prove it. And so
Confront him, confront him.
I'm calling it officially over right now. These guys prove themselves to be nothing but just this big old flat earth cult. They say, oh, this is not over. Yes, it is. It's officially over. Pedro,
there's going to be videos this week.
I know. I know.
It is what it is.
I'm ignoring it. Anybody trying to bring the crap to my channel is going to be banned instantly. Yeah. It's a non-issue. It's just trolls looking for clout. I mean, go for it. Go for your stupid lawsuit that you know is not going to see the light of a courtroom. One of the top gig tubers invited you to prove that he was a fraud on his own platform. You had one job, gave 0 proof, admitted that you had 0 proof. Yeah. You liars are an insult to us who are actually busting our butts out there, just making all these videos lying about us and accusing us of cheating our way to the top and everything. It's ridiculous.
And I have to leave one final comment about this whole thing that Pedro just said about, oh, I feel like you did this. I feel like you did that. I'm not going to argue with any of the points that you just made, but I would like to let you know that it's not UDM. It's not Pedro. The one that's been there for me since day one, even before I had a channel, before anybody knew anything, was that guy, right here.
I know. So, you love him so much, man.
So, damn. Is he talking about me again?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, this motherfucking Momo. Nice. Thank you, Bobby.
Have you guys met?
No, not yet.
I mean, are you sure?
He said, "Are you sure?"
Damn, Bobby, I hope you got your towels nearby close, man. The way you over here talking, bro.
Jesus.
I just want to say, peace out, guys. Sorry, like I said, apologize for the mouth.
You're good.
You're good. Thanks. I appreciate the perspective.
Have a good one, guys.
All right. So, thanks to UDM, Bobby, Flex, Roy. We had the Thomas on. We had Dennis Rideshare Hustler. Torp was on. I'm thanking everybody that was on. So I might have missed a person or two. Welty came on. I think Yost Malone came on, but then he left.
Yeah.
The Driven Dad was on. If I missed somebody, I apologize. But I appreciate you guys for coming on and sharing your perspective. And I don't listen.
I've met Jess. She's in the chat.
Oh, I met Jess too. I met Jess too. Yeah,
I know.
Yeah. She's cool. I like her a lot. Listen, I've kept y'all on. You guys are great. I don't think we solved much tonight, but I think we at least understand that these guys are just going to make videos. They can do that because it's YouTube. It's a free country, freedom of speech. But I tried the best I could. So I'm glad UDM and Bobby and Flex and everybody else came on. So I think that was really surprising, but in a good way. So I appreciate you guys and have a good rest of the night.
Guys,
I just want to say, listen, even if I haven't been on your platform, I have watched a few videos, Pedro, right? I have watched some Pedro videos.
Be lurking, UDM be lurking a little bit.
I'll be lurking, right? I have watched videos. I have watched the rants. I have watched a lot of what they were saying, even watching your video through their videos. Right. And I was trying to gather my own information as to what could be the reason why they're coming after you. And then I was like, and like I said, bro, I said it. This is my third time saying it in this stream. I watched for an hour and a half, and I was trying to figure out what's the argument, but I had to give you your flowers at the beginning because I just had I don't know how you're more patient than me,
bro, and you're pretty patient, and I don't think I'm patient, but I tried tonight to be as measured as I could. I was trying to be measured.
I don't know how you guys are dealing with them.
It's seeing it from the outside looking in, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people in the chat was witnessing what I was looking at. A lot of us, we were like, what the, a lot, just what the, oh, just a lot. If we could just all look at each other, we would be like, what, where is this going? But brother, you handle yourself, right? I don't know what's gonna come after this, but
we'll see.
There's nothing as far as what I'm seeing and hearing. There's more envy. There's more jealousy. There's more. It's because of you. It's because of this, and less looking at myself on what I can do for myself. Right? Versus, and if I can't make this money, it must be your fault.
Right. Yeah.
If I can't make this money, it must be this. This is the reason why I can't. But in all reality, I asked a question that was never answered. Like, don't you believe like all of us have taken a hit? You are saying you're not making as much anymore, but all of us have been taking a hit. But guess what? We're not doing. We're not complaining or blaming people for us making less. We might blame the company, but we're not blaming people or dashers just like ourselves for making less. We're still trying to figure it out and trying to make our ends meet.
Yeah.
So, bro, I watched you handle yourself for an hour and a half before you invited me on the stream, and I was like, hopefully I could say something to make you feel better. I didn't even know if you felt bad.
No,
I was just
I don't feel bad. Yeah. I feel like there's a couple times I had to mute Torp because like I said, I don't want us just screaming at each other. We don't listen when we do that, right?
Yeah.
If you're waiting to talk when somebody else is talking, you're not listening. Like, and I feel like that. So I had to mute him. I don't like that. I'm sure he's pissed, but that's on him, not me.
Dude,
but I was very clear in the beginning. It's very clear, like, hey, this is how we're gonna do it. I'm gonna answer questions. I got my video evidence. So you guys could look up my AR at March this and November. So I tried to help them out, but they just didn't come with anything. So it is what it is. But I appreciate you saying that. I got a lot of respect for you, man. A lot of respect. And we'll have to do this again under different circumstances. You know,
we will, man. I'm coming to St. Louis soon.
There you go. I love it. That's
guys
good.
Have a good night. You guys have a good night.
Love it. All right. Talk to you guys.
Thank you. The way, you two
one,
fucking lurkers up there, you two motherfuckers. How much you fucking lurk. Yeah. You must not be seeing what Bobby been saying about you, huh? For the last couple of lounges. You're gonna have to go back and watch it.
It's all right. They're gonna go lurk on your channel right now, so it's all good. All right, guys. Have a good night.
Pedro. Later.
All right.